gonna be playing Go. We're gonna do some art, maybe watch some YouTube together. Just have a nice comfy time. Just kind of chill out. Ellie, I'm not trying to shame you for being drunk. It's just neat to see. Yeah, I'm so funny when I'm drunk. I'm funny when I drink alcohol and when I take my sleeping meds. Yeah, let me switch over here. The sleeping meds makes me have the body warm experience that being drunk does. I'm shaming him because I need to be the counterweight to everyone else's enabling nature. You're gonna be the bad cop to everyone's good cop. But yeah, I'm gonna make a Go room. I have this one room that I made for just kind of chilling out and drawing art together. And we can all just chill. Let me see. Let me host this. Can I edit the room while it's open? Let me see, because they added a new thing that lets you do YouTube videos together. Let's see, what do I... Oh, you can't edit the room while you're hosting. Okay, so we'll do this now before I open it. Let's see. Where do I go for the YouTube thing? Oh, watch party. Convenient. Where should I put the watch party? Let's put it... I'll move the maid costume over here. Oh wow, that is a big watch party screen. Maybe like that? That looks good. And where's my Miku? Why is it not playing Miku? Miku dayo? Miku doko? Where's my Miku? Miku! Aww. So cute. Wait, where's my Miku? Oh, there she is. Not for streaming. I don't care. No! No, I can't play Miku in streamer mode. Damn. I don't wanna play this soundtrack. Let's play this one. I could play a Nightmare for you. There's the Final Fantasy XIV drinking game where you do a raid and take a shot if you get a vulnerability stack. I would die. Damn, what's the point? Alright. So, let me host the room. Can I make it bigger than 8? Is that... Oh! I can make it bigger. Okay. So, does anyone here want to get added to my Go room? Let me know and I will send you the code. Just because I don't potentially want anyone from the category to come in and start drawing dicks. Okay, just sent you the code. Let me create the room so that you can actually join. Ba-da-dun-da-dun. Okay, here we go. Oh, I can invite Steam friends. Oh, cool. Invite you. Where's Barn? Did I pass by Barn? There he is. Did anyone else want to join? Oh, there's Jackie and Barn. Elio, I need you to watch a clip Okay, how do I... Oh, cute! Guys look great. I like how you made your character look like Yorosia Cydia. Looking really good. Let's see. Watch party screen. Kitty Kuroda. It's very cute. Okay, so am I able to put that in? Oh, it's not starting. Doesn't seem to be playing. Oh. Fucking Leon. What game is this? Is this Baldur Gate or whatever? No, there's no audio. Wait, what? There's no audio? Hold on. Can you guys not hear this? Oh, you can't. Why does it not play? Can you guys hear the audio? Hold on. When I play my music... Wait, where's my music? Where'd my music go? Barn geeking out. Only hear you, Bubby? Hold on. Where's go? Okay, can you guys hear that? When I click this? Oh my god, Barn's little hat. You can hear that, but you can't hear the YouTube video? That's so weird. Maybe I'll just have it, like, get my desktop audio then, maybe? Let me remove that. And audio output capture. Desktop audio. Is that gonna be this? Wait, where is that under? I don't see where it is. Let me remove it. I noticed that character's eyes follow you around if you go in front of their faces. Wait, what? All your eyes are closed. Let me go to Jackie. Oh, they do! Oh, wow. That's cool. Okay, let me... Audio output capture. Maybe not that. Application audio capture. That's weird that you guys can hear this. But you guys can't hear anything else. That's really weird. Y'all's models look great. But when I go over to the watch party screen, y'all can't hear this. How do I press play? Yeah. playing it. If you play the Final Fantasy XIV drinking game, I suggest not playing with healers that rescue pool or do the honor system because it leads to drunk teams. Huh. This is weird. And if I do... Wait, headphones, maybe? Does that work?
30th,
I think it works.
It's a day I'll never forget.
Yeah, you guys can hear that now, right?
You mod in this?
There we go. Okay. I just needed to use my headphones as the device. Yes, yes, lots of gogging. Lots of focusing. Yeah, let's see. What's a good video to put up while we do art? Anyone got any good videos to watch? I can put on a Dungeon Chill video. Dungeon Chill's pretty cool to chill to. I like a lot of his videos. Let me see. Let's see, what one should I put on? I really like the vampire video.
Name for this kind of thing, but
Starry Bun karaoke, of course. No! Oh, by the way, Phoenix, did you want to join? Because I know you were here the last time. We did GOG. Oh god, we have to watch ads during watch party? My ad block doesn't carry?
No, bundle and jam.
As a fake
Bundle.
chat.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Alright. Oh!
You have tried
You're drawing
multiple
the
oral
main
antidepressants
character.
and they haven't worked.
You're drawing Cadence.
Did you know
Nice.
that after 2, you can try another path? Spravato works
trying to move
differently to
myself.
rapidly reduce depression symptoms. Spravato is the only FDA-approved nasal spray taken with or without an oral antidepressant for adults with treatment-resistant depression. While the exact way that Spravato works in depression is unknown, it acts on glutamate, a chemical messenger in the brain thought to regulate depression. Spravato can cause
It
serious
should
side
have
effects,
been
including
me,
sleepiness,
not
fainting,
him.
dizziness,
It's
spinning
not
sensation,
fair.
anxiety, feeling disconnected,
I look
breathing
like a
problems,
Yankee
increased blood
standing
pressure,
outside of a
problems
Family
thinking
Mart.
clearly, or bladder problems. Your healthcare provider must monitor you for serious side
Oh, your
effects for at
bladder
least 2 hours
problems,
after
chat.
taking Spravato.
I love to, but I
There's risk
can't
for
right
abuse
now.
and
Aw,
misuse.
darn it.
Don't take if you have a blood vessel disease, an abnormal connection between your
Serena
veins and arteries, a
too.
history of bleeding in the brain, or are or may become
Cute.
pregnant. Spravato may harm your unborn baby.
Let me
Don't
see,
drive,
what should I
operate machinery,
draw?
or perform activities that require full alertness until the next day after restful sleep. Antidepressants may
Hold
increase
on.
suicidal thoughts and actions in people 24 and younger. Spravato is not for use in
Give me
children.
one
It doesn't
moment.
prevent suicide or suicidal thoughts or actions, relieve pain, or
Where is
replace
it?
hospitalization. Call your doctor right away about changes in behavior, worsening depression, or
Where
thoughts
is
of
it?
suicide.
I know I have the image
With fewer
somewhere.
depression symptoms, you may begin to feel like yourself again. Ask your healthcare provider or visit Spravato.com.
Vampire
fuck did I put it?
Kyukitsuki Densetsu
There we
is a
go. There's my video
vampire-themed action
playing.
RPG slash real-time
Is it too loud,
strategy slash
by the way?
relationship
Drawing your own
simulation developed by
conclusions.
Art Ding and released on March 4th, 1999 for the PlayStation
can't find
1
it.
exclusively
I guess
in
I'll draw
Japan.
Punkle.
In Vampire, you play as Christopher, a vampire of the Eisen
whoops.
clan, who is sent to defeat Duran,
That's too
another
big.
vampire who wishes to make humanity pay for a wrongdoing he suffered in the past. Duran's actions are kind of like going against the masquerade
think you
and
can zoom
upsetting
in
the
this,
balance
right?
between the vampire and human worlds. Vampire
maybe you
doesn't have an
can't.
English fan translation at this time, and from what I could find, it doesn't seem like anyone is working on one either. So yes, we're tackling another Japanese-only game.
Oh.
As for the title, Vampire's easy enough.
Oh, I'm on
derived from the
Eraser
German
still.
spelling of the more common
That's why.
vampire. Kyuketsuki is the Japanese word for vampire, literally blood-sucking devil or spirit. Densetsu
there was
means
an undo
legend.
button.
So a super literal translation of the game's title is Vampire, Vampire Legend.
You
A bit redundant.
suck.
What little English coverage I could find offered some other transliterations, such as Vampire, Legend of the Bloodsuckers, and even Vampire, the recurrence of the vampire's nightmare. Where the hell did that one come from? Well, that's actually the tagline from the front spine portion of the jewel case. Art Dink put these little taglines on a lot of their games from the
Maybe I
PlayStation
should have
era.
put on a
Kaze no Notami,
podcast
the
instead.
hot air balloon game, has the famous question, "Did you luxuriate in the wind?" on the inside of its case. So I guess whoever created the
Well, there's
Moby Games
Barn.
entry just mistook the tagline for the game's subtitle. As mentioned, there's very little information about Vampire in English, and even in Japanese, there's not a whole lot to go on. I did happen to find a post for the game on the GOG Dream List, though, which, for those who don't know, is an initiative where people can vote on games they want to see on the platform. GOG has several PS1 games on their storefront. Thing is, most of these are PS1 games that also have PC ports. Vampire
What is
has
Barn
no
doing?
port, doesn't even have an English translation.
Yeah, they need to
So,
put in
this
an
looks like
undo
someone's
button.
wishful thinking. Still funny that a listing for it even exists. There are a few people that know about this game. On the Japanese side of things, there are a couple of fan sites I
I'm
found,
trying to remember
or
how my OC
shrines,
even
as
looks.
they probably would have been called back in the day. Who remembers shrines, by the way? Please don't tell me I'm the only one old enough to remember when random fan websites were called shrines. Anyway, the few that exist for Vampire give reviews or brief descriptions about the game, but it's not much beyond the basic mechanics and a few scant gameplay tips. One of these sites was translated by Who Was Phone 404,
That tie is too
a
big.
user who's pretty active in the fan translation community. They reposted the info on GameFAQs, with permission from the original Japanese author, and added some of their own observations for certain aspects of the game. There's a walkthrough section, but again, it's more just general gameplay tips and hints. According to the game's manual, there was an official strategy guide sold, and I did manage to track down a few listings on Yahoo Auction. I ultimately didn't bid on one though, because by the time I found the listings, I had already trialed and errored my way through the game and 100%ed it. They also don't look all that appealing from
These
a collector's
bits of her
standpoint.
hair.
That is one lazy-ass cover design. It reminds me of the Konami's best re-release of Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow for the DS. This
You
meme-worthy
suck
thing.
and you should
Indeed, Konami's
You
best.
should feel
I'm
bad.
getting sidetracked
Oh
here.
my god,
Typically,
Cadence.
I'd go
I
over the
stand
developer
by
history
my
at this point in
cancelled
the video.
life.
But I've already covered developer Art Dink in depth in my video on the
So
Aquanauts
true.
Holiday series. They were a unique studio who are now relegated to licensed games and making new iterations of
Am
their
I on the wrong
A-Train
color?
simulation series, mostly. But back in the late 80s and throughout the 90s, they had a solidly weird and creative output. I briefly touched on Vampire near the end of that video, but even having played only a
Wait,
couple
my-
hours of it back then, I knew it deserved its own video. So, here we are. Let's take a
There
look
we
at the
go.
Vampire RPG that never
Drawing
left
while
Japan.
tipsy is hard.
As a mom of a daughter who is not only 5 years old, but also on the spectrum, your girl is constantly having to keep on her feet. That's why Advil's targeted
no.
relief is an essential for us. I highly advise adding this to your next trip checklist so you can stay active and present for the people you care about most.
What's the secret to maximizing your footy matches? Come. let me
What's
show
the
you. When
secret
I'm
to
watching a game, I
maximizing
wanna
your
feel like
footy
I'm a part of the
mattress?
crowd. And that's where these come in. The new Bose Lifestyle Collection's ultra soundbar and speakers help provide an immersive, spacious audio experience. So whether it be the kickoff whistle or the roar of the fans, the rich, immersive sounds from Bose help elevate my match weeks that much better. Thank you, Bose.
When we start up Vampire,
How's
after the
you
Art Dink
feeling?
logo animation,
I'm
it cuts
I'm very
abruptly from black
tipsy.
to this
I'm
woman
definitely
staring
gonna need
straight
to
at
take
us.
a nap
Hey,
break
lady.
after
This then
stream.
fades into a sepia-toned portrait of presumably the same woman, seated beneath a tree, holding a single rose. A poem written in Japanese appears below. As roses wither with sadness, I wander in search of time's end.
Buzzed bunny.
I cannot
True.
bear the loneliness, the emptiness. No matter where I look in this world, my beloved is no longer here.
Elio
It's
sounds
a
like he's
somber,
white girl drunk.
melodramatic tone to set things off. After an opening credits sequence showing off a gothic
What's a
castle
white girl
bathed in
drunk?
moonlight, we start a new game and meet
Eating
another
while
woman.
I'm drawing.
Through
Ooh.
wavering darkness,
What you
she asks
eating?
what we think it means to die. She says that she only has a short time to live and that she's scared. We, this point of view character,
Also,
ask
if
her
anyone
she's
has
ever
any
heard
Dota
the
requests,
word
feel free to hit me
vampire,
up. Oh,
and
heck
reveal
yeah.
to her that we are a vampire. Instead of being horrified, the young
Ooh,
woman
what
is
should I
intrigued,
request?
specifically by the fact that we can't die. She's mesmerized by our blue eyes and golden hair.
Sand slash.
She asks our name, and we get to name our main character. The default is Christopher, so that's what we're sticking
Yeah,
with.
I'll draw a
According
sand slash
to
too.
what little info I could find on the game, the creators were inspired by Brad Pitt's character of Louis from the 1994 film adaptation of Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire. We'll come to see that though their appearances may be similar, their characters are quite different. We ask the young woman her name, and all we get is the first syllable. Ro.
She's got like
Ro-
strips of white in
Rose?
her hair.
You think her name's Rose? Before we
On
can
this
find out,
side.
we're awakened by another vampire, Lusali, who tells us
then
that Lord Lagash wishes to
some
speak to
strips
us
of
about
black
an
over
important
here.
matter. So we head to the castle hall. While waiting, Christopher admires a portrait hanging on the wall. The same portrait we saw in the very beginning.
Like
of the game.
normal drunk,
This
but
is
you
Christopher's
accuse strangers
mother,
of
who died
taking
giving
your
birth to him.
phone.
Christopher remarks how the woman he saw in his dream looked very similar to his mother.
That what white girls
Lord
do when they're
Lagash
drunk?
interrupts these musings and says that from today, Christopher will leave the castle and go to live among humans. Christopher is surprised by this command. The Eisen vampire clan has been hidden away in this castle for generations. Why is he suddenly ordered to the human world? Lagash explains that 150 years ago, a vampire named
Oops.
Duran attacked
That's
the village
too
of
big.
Medvecchia, which lies at the base of the mountain where Eisen Castle stands. Duran was cursed and corrupted by evil. He sought to destroy humanity and the Eisen vampire clan, which he was originally part of. The rest of the
Whatever.
clan members
That was
managed
too
to
thick.
subdue Duran and seal him away in a tower on the outskirts of the village. But it took immense effort and left most members weakened, even to this day. Over the years, the seal on the tower where Duran was
there a
imprisoned
way to
has
zoom in?
weakened, and recently the seal was broken. According to Lagash,
Oh!
Christopher is the only one who
That's
can
how you
stop
zoom
Duran.
in.
He has a hidden power passed down by the direct descendants of the Eisen clan, a power known as critical strength. I know, not the most glamorous name for a special vampiric ability, but unfortunately Japanese can sometimes be a bit dry, and I'm doing a direct translation here. I'd like to think that a talented translator could come up with a better name for this kind of thing, but alas, I am but a mere YouTuber and not a talented translator. So Lagash explains that by using humans to build critical strength, Christopher's fighting and recovery abilities will become stronger. Lagash believes that as
I
a
should have
direct
connected
descendant
my
of the Eisen
tablet.
clan, Christopher can develop his critical strength and defeat Duran once and for all. So Lagash orders Lusali to accompany Christopher to the Eisen clan's old mansion in Medvecchia. Having been abandoned for over 100 years, it definitely looks like the sort of place a vampire would hang out. Lusali explains that during the day, many of their vampiric traits remain hidden, so it's easy for them to blend in with humans. Vampire does away with the allergy to sunlight that plagues most vampires in these kinds of stories, and that's also for gameplay purposes. During the day, we need to wander the village and learn about its inhabitants. And it's here that the game introduces its most fascinating mechanic. The more Christopher learns about a person,
Draw
the more
Elio
effective
struggling to
his
lift a
blood drinking
hamburger. That's
ability
almost
will
as
be
big
on
as
that
him.
individual. So in effect, we need to become friends with these people, spend our days getting
I must
to
go,
know them
unfortunately,
better.
but
So
I
at
hope you
night,
enjoyed
we
the
can
little
break into
doodles
their
I've
homes and
made.
drink
One on
their
this
blood,
canvas, the other on the
ultimately
picture by the
robbing them
door.
of all
Ooh,
that makes
okay.
them who they are, leaving them as
I will
mindless
take a look at
minions
what
whose
you've
only
done.
desire is to follow Christopher's commands. As you can imagine, this gets rather dark.
Baka. Oh, you did a barn. Cute.
Lusali goes
Oh,
on
and
to
that's such a
explain that
cute
Duran's
sand
power
slash.
is weakened on account of him being sealed away in a tower
You
for
see, what
over
else did
100
you do?
years. He won't be able to move around
Elio
much during
drunk.
the day at
Drink
first,
water.
but he'll soon recover his strength. And after a couple of days, he'll be trying to do the exact same thing we are, building relationships and raising his
Ooh.
own critical strength
I
by
took a drink
turning
of
the
my-
humans of the village into
my
his
blueberry
own followers.
lemonade.
So we need to increase our
That lemonade's
forces before
strong.
Duran can increase his, and this is the main goal of the game. At night, there are bars on either side of the screen. The one on the left, which will eventually
Excellent
fill with blue,
self-portrait, I
is
must say.
Christopher's.
Yeah, you did a
And
really
the one
good
on the right
job.
that fills with red is Duran.
Yeah, see you
As
later,
we go
Barn.
around turning more and more of the villagers into vampires, the bar
See
will
if I can
rise,
do
and
a
the first to
sand
completely
slash
fill their
too.
bar wins. But we need to fill our bar first, or it's game over. There's
Oh.
much more involved in this,
Too
so
big.
we'll get to that. Before we head out into the village to begin our journey of building everlasting friendships, we're introduced to another companion, Sistina, our little wolf pupper here. Sistina has been ordered by Lord
I'll draw
Lagash
the
to
eyes
assist
first and
Christopher
go
as
from
well.
there.
Lusali says she'll stay in the mansion to provide support, and after that we're set loose in the village of Medvecchia. And first of all, look at this place. I love the visuals in Vampire. They remind me a little bit of Racing Lagoon. That game had these
Looks
micro
more like
machine
alien
looking
eyes.
cities that you could take your time driving around and exploring. Here, the exploration's on foot, and it's on a much smaller scale, but the isometric views of the quiet village of Medvecchia are just as charming. The houses look kind of like paper dioramas, thanks to the simple 3D modeling. The fact that the doors are just these flat objects that swing open and closed on their hinges also lends to that feeling. The village has several cute little areas, like a church and graveyard, fields where people are harvesting grain or herding sheep. There's a portion of a lake we can hang out at. Smaller details are also abound, like smoke puffing out from chimneys, piles of logs from trees felled by the local lumberjack, haystacks, crates for storing materials, a saw stuck in a length of wood outside the carpenter's shop, and this sort of tube well kind of thing. I don't really know what this is, but I love it. The whole village is so cozy. The color palette is earthy and slightly washed out.
He's immediately
giving
back to the
everything a layer
hard
of
stuff the
rustic,
second Barn
old
leaves.
tininess. It reminded me of
Because of
realist
14, I
landscape
just
paintings
picture
from
Barn in the
mid-19th
damn chicken
century,
suit.
Which makes sense, since
Yeah, that's how
around
he
the time
always
Vampire
looks.
is supposed to take place. The character
does
portraits are
Sasha's
also
body
almost
look like?
entirely devoid of anime tropes and feature a more realist style. The art direction overall is incredibly cohesive. The sleepy, forlorn music that plays in the background also enhances the atmosphere of this quaint, isolated community. It might even be a bit too sleepy and relaxing, but it's really good.
Does Sand Slash have a mouth? Doesn't look like.
Score big with our double play pepperoni
He
and
looks
round
sad.
table pizza.
He looks so sad.
Migraine stealing the spotlight? Again? It may be time to say yep to Vyepti. Vyepti helps
Yeah, there's a
prevent
reason I
migraine attacks in
didn't bother
adults
with the
just 4
body.
30-minute IV infusions a year. Chronic migraine patients saw an average of 8 fewer migraine days per month with Vyepti. Don't take if allergic to Vyepti. Get help right away for allergic reactions like rash, swelling of face, lips, tongue, or throat, trouble breathing, hives, or facial
Someone
redness.
stole his
Tell your
cookie.
doctor about increased blood pressure or color changes, pain or numbness.
How I
in
look
fingers
when
or
I wake
toes.
up.
Common side effects are stuffy nose, scratchy throat, and allergic reactions. Ask your doctor if it's time to.
Very cute. Let me put on a different video.
ArtDink's sound team had a knack for creating excellent music.
I'll just put on some music. There we go. Wait. Is it working now? Okay, there we go. I like that cat. That's a good cat. Thank you, you too. Ooh, I like this song. Have you seen A Very Fatal Murder? It's a fake crime podcast The Onion did that could be fun to listen to. I have not. Let me look that up. Yeah, podcast sounds like it'd be good to listen to. A Very Fatal Murder. I skip the ad. I wish I could have my ad
What
block in
makes
the
a murder
game.
perfect? What elevates a
I love
What
the
makes a
onion.
murder perfect?
They're so good.
What elevates a murder from a regular
Murdered
ho-hum
to
killing
death.
to a
Make
crime
sure you
so
watch season
gruesome
1,
and
not
compelling
season
that it
2
deserves
first.
its
Is
own
this season
podcast?
1?
Does a murder like that even exist? Is it somewhere out there, waiting to be found the next time
Yep,
I open
okay,
a letter
cool.
from a convict, or the next time I rest myself out of bed at 2 a.m. to check the Google alert I set for the word decapitated? Or is it just a fantasy, a wild goose chase that will end in nothing but run-of-the-mill kidnappings, dull acts of sexual bondage, or the same
Huh?
old mass murder suicides that say nothing about the fabric of America in the 21st century? Is it all just a beautiful dream? I'm David Pascal, and I've been asking myself these questions for years. For the first time, I finally have some answers. Hey, Ethel.
Hello, David. What would you like me to do today? A. Go online. B. Access my homicide locator function. C. Send email. D. Play music.
B.
Okay, David. Retrieving homicides.
This is Ethel. That stands for Extremely Timely Homicide Locator, by the way. Ethel's a supercomputer. Onion Public Radio hired a team of engineers at MIT to build her in order to help us find the most interesting, violent, culturally relevant murder cases in
Hog
America.
as fuck.
We've programmed Ethel so that not only can she comb through thousands of murders in a matter of minutes,
Homicide, double homicide, murder-suicide, suffocation, satanic ritual,
Let me
poison.
but she
see.
can also update her own code based on what would make the most incisive,
Satanic
critically
ritual.
acclaimed OPR podcast. She's always learning.
David, I have some murders that involve the resentment of the white working class. Would you like me to print to North Printer?
Yes. I've been working with Ethel for 3 years trying to find the perfect case. We never stop
Relatable.
pushing.
Homicide.
Still drunk?
30971
Just a wee bit.
Joshua Diamond. Kidnapped by stepfather in 1987. Severed head found in laundry machine.
Ethel, can you set a
Severed
filter
head
for
found in
female
laundry
victims only?
machine.
Ethel's settings can be adjusted to search for any number of factors. For example, we thought we had found our podcast when Ethel located the case of a girl who was raped and killed on the night of her 16th birthday, but we thought the situation didn't say enough about the decline of the middle class, so we changed the algorithm.
Update complete. Please restart computer.
Then, about a year ago, we thought we had it. It was a case that involved a whole group of coal miners who were probably illiterate, but in a way that's charming and perfect, who went missing during a strike. The ideal case. We even started doing some preliminary interviews.
Nobody ain't telling us nothing. Nope. They act like they just gone fishing or something, but we know. We know. They killed him.
They ain't fishing.
They ain't fishing.
But then our sponsor, Hillamunk Cheese, pulled out because they were dealing with a labor dispute of their own. After years of work, we were back to square one. But we didn't give up. Instead, we got better. We kept tweaking Ethel, hoping that the perfect murder was out there somewhere.
Who would win in a drinking contest?
Then,
Ellie or Lalafell?
finally,
Oh,
after
Lalafell,
years of searching for the
100%.
perfect murder. A murder
they're-
that's
they're
engrossing
dwarfs.
and mysterious. A murder that perfectly
Dwarfs
reflects
can
our
drink.
nation's current economic and social conditions.
Not
A
Tillamook
murder that comments on the
cheese.
past and future of intersectional feminism. A murder in which a really hot white girl dies.
Homicide 9924R. Haley Price.
We found Haley Price. Haley Price was a typical 17-year-old with big dreams and clear skin when she was killed. She was a high achiever, a debate champion, a prom queen, a doting girlfriend. But Haley also excelled at being murdered. One chilly
She
Thursday
excelled
morning
at
in May,
being
Haley was
murdered?
found on the floor of the local bottle cap factory that her father worked at. What's more,
She's
she
just
was
really
dead.
good at getting
Haley's case
killed.
fulfilled every one of the requirements we had plugged into Ethel. It was gruesome. It was unsolved. It commented on the ugly underbelly of the American dream, the decline of manufacturing, modern beauty standards, the gig economy, factory farming, deforestation, saturated fats, the fragility of love, the golden era of television, and CO2 emissions. And most importantly, no one had done a podcast about it yet.
No one had
100%
done a
match.
podcast
Retrieving
about it.
coroner's report.
The coroner's report the Bluff Springs Police Department provided states that Haley Price was shot 3 times in the head. She had multiple stab wounds. She was strangled and smothered with a pillow. She was soaking wet and had clearly been drowned. She had dirt of the same composition found on Mars under her fingernails. She had been dead for 7 hours when her body was found, but her fingernails had been painted 15 minutes ago. She was wearing the class ring of a boy who wasn't her boyfriend Brian, even though he's a great guy and deserves way better.
Even though
She had
he's a
scratches
great
on her
guy and
arms and a
deserves
bite
way
mark on her
better.
leg. She was wearing a shirt that, according to her best friend Alex, was super ugly and not her style at all. Her hair had been cut into a Beatles mop top. So what happened to Haley Price? And how can I get in on it?
Do you want to work on cars? Get hands-on training at Universal Technical Institute with tools, tech, and instructors who've been there. Apply today.
Me right now.
Hands-on training for real careers. Visit uti.edu.
Bathfitter didn't just fix the bathroom. We engineered a revolution. The PermaFit system. Custom built to the millimeter. Delivering the
Avatar
ultimate
looks so
watertight
cute.
solution.
And you got like a little
More
bit
than
of
a
tea.
renovation. A revolution.
What's your emergency?
Oh my god.
Horrible. Just horrible.
I'd keep an eye on Callaway.
This is
if
what
I were
peak
you.
masculinity looks like.
What do you
You
mean?
may not like it.
Oh my god, you didn't know? From
But
The
this is
Onion
what it
and
is.
Onion Public Radio, I'm David Pascal, and this is a very fatal murder.
Elliot, do you want to work on cars?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cars?
Bluff Springs, Nebraska is
What's
a small
cars?
town. Not much more than a collection
One day
of
I'll
barns
be that
and cars.
manly.
But the people who live here love it. And if you're the kind of person who watches CBS and likes organized religion, it's easy to see why. Bluff Springs is safe. It's the kind of town
I
where no
love
one locks their
myself.
door, and parents don't have to worry about letting their kids walk their hogs around the neighborhood at night. That's why it was so shocking to the people of Bluff Springs when this happened.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm at the factory. It's Haley Price. She's dead.
Yo, you can do VTubing
When
and
Haley
GOG
was
now?
murdered, it shook this town
It's
to
got
its
face
core.
tracking?
After all, most of the people who live here had never met a podcast host, let alone a podcast host from New York City. They weren't used to stuff like this.
I just can't imagine anyone in this town doing a thing like that.
It's real sad. It's got everyone feeling on edge, you know? Everyone's kind of jumpy, I think.
Horrible. Just horrible.
Have you ever been interviewed for a podcast before?
What am I eating?
Well,
am I eating
I
an
don't
onigiri?
believe so.
Life here is quiet.
I want
It's
some
simple.
onigiri.
A lot of the families in Bluff Springs have been here for generations. And as I drove
Absolutely
through town and
kimochi.
past yet another novelty mailbox painted to look like a rooster, I couldn't help thinking, evolution is a funny thing.
You sure
The
can.
town's main road is lined by a
Also,
few small
thank you. You're
businesses,
too
a pet
kind.
store,
And your
post
own
office.
avatar is super
Haley's
cute.
high
And
school is
also
there,
peak
too.
masculinity.
It's the type of
Thank
school where
you.
the football field is bigger than the chemistry lab,
See?
and kids learn to throw a baseball before
What
they
should I
take the
do
SATs.
now? What
The
should I
bottle cap
draw
factory where
now?
Haley was found is on this road too, and a single wind turbine, which I assume provides the town's only energy and entertainment, just about a mile off it. On the side of the turbine, the name W.O. Callaway is painted in rusty red. You notice it right away when you take the Bluff Springs exit
I
off
need
the
to get a
interstate.
reference.
Since I got to town, I've been seeing this name everywhere.
That's Callaway's turbine, yeah.
Callaway? Sure, he owns just about the whole town, I guess. Factory, turbine.
He owns my house.
The pet store.
Owns that seat you're sitting on.
That huge freaking mansion? You seen that? That's Callaway's. It's basically Fort Knox.
I saw him once being carried between two of his helicopters.
I think he's 5th in line to be the king of the Netherlands or something.
Heard he only eats goat.
What's he like?
Callaway? I've got no clue. Never met him. Never even seen him.
Now, this is something I heard from a lot of people. W.O. Callaway looms large here, despite the fact that not
Okay,
many
we'll go
people
with
have
that.
actually met him. Most people in Bluff Springs are employed by Callaway, either at the bottle cap factory or in one of his other businesses. But it is strange in a town like this, a town where neighbors stand in their yards
Let me erase
talking
this.
and no one has HBO, that most people have never met their employer. Why? Could he be hiding something? And if so, what? Is he just an introvert? Or maybe he's gay and afraid to come out of the closet because the town will probably give him the chair for it. Or maybe he's a murderer.
You all set, hon?
Yeah, thanks. Hey, actually, do you know anything about W.O. Callaway? Have you heard of him?
Well, he owns this diner for one thing. Never comes in, though. Always has his assistant
shoot.
come pick him up this potato salad
Honey.
sandwich he made us add to the menu.
But I heard he only eats
Do
goat.
that.
Haven't seen a goat in this town since '73.
Really? Well, then I'll have one potato salad sandwich, please. I was starting to get to know Bluff Springs, but I still wanted to get to know Haley. So after I checked into my hotel and sent the OPR interns to pitch their tents on the side of the road, I went to talk to Haley's parents.
That might be a bit too thick.
This episode of A Very Fatal Murder is brought to you by Complete Meal. Complete Meal delivers perfectly portioned fresh ingredients to your home, along with professional chefs to cook them, spoon them into your mouth, and move your jaw in a grinding motion. No more guesswork and stress when it
And
comes
move
to
your
making,
jaw in a
eating, and
grinding
digesting
motion.
dinner. Complete Meal chefs will even let you know when it's time to say, good, and I'm full. Complete Meal.
She was
just a happy kid, you know? And she would just come home and say, Daddy, I want to be an astronaut, or Daddy, I want to be a vet. I want to have 10 horses, Daddy.
She was our little dreamer.
I'm interviewing Haley's parents, John and Bethany Price, in their home in Bluff Springs. There are little hints of Haley everywhere, from the picture of her on the mantle to the couch she probably used to make out with her boyfriend Brian on.
This must be really hard to talk about.
It's been the worst month of our lives, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah, you must have cried so much.
Yeah, yes.
I just wish I could have been there.
Haley was she was this bright light in everyone's lives. And she was going to be a vet. She wanted to go away to vet school and then come back and open a practice here. She worked at the pet store. She just loved animals. And people, too.
Would you mind passing me that box of tissues?
Actually, your sniffles are coming through really well on the mic, so let's just stay on this. Mr. Price, would you mind talking more about Haley's hopes and dreams for the future?
Really, as a YouTuber?
She was going to go off to college. Had her pick a school.
Oh, did she apply to NYU? That's my alma mater.
No, she was going to stay in-state. Haley was really a home.
Oh, that's a shame. I really think she would have loved it.
The Prices seemed to be responding really well to memories of their dead daughter, so I asked them to show me Haley's room, which they had kept perfectly preserved since her death. It was a typical 17-year-old girl's room, plastered with photos of Haley and her friends, pictures drawn by the little girl she used to babysit, and magazine clippings.
She was really an artistic kid. She loved music, and she liked buying all the fashion magazines. And she was always, cutting pictures out and changing her wall around and all that.
If I remember right.
Yeah, I was kind of an art kid too. I mean,
Elio, it gets worse.
Could easily jump between groups, but art was probably my main thing. Oh, was that Haley at prom last year?
Pull up another ref.
There she is, the prom queen herself. She loved taking pictures of her friends.
Oh, and there's Orlando Bloom. Oh, he's great.
And now it's time for a word from our sponsor, BoxBox.
Actually, would you mind just reading this?
What?
And if you have any personal experience using BoxBox, you could add that if it's positive.
Oh my god. It's making them do an ad read.
BoxBox is the service that sends a brand new box to your door every month. With BoxBox, you'll never need to drive hundreds of miles and pay hundreds of dollars for a box.
I gotta do some hosting. I'm back. I did improv. Oh, welcome. We're doing some art in Go. And if you want to be invited to the room, I can send you the code.
Off your first BoxBox. Is that okay?
This poor woman.
Have you ever ordered these?
No.
Oh, well, let me know if you do, because I think if you order one, I get one for free.
I was starting to get a more complete picture of Haley. To the people who know her, she wasn't just a perfect murder case. She was a girl with dreams of leaving her middle-of-nowhere town and traveling to New York City. She dreamed of attending cultural events and literary readings. But that dream will never become a reality. Never will Haley return home after a long day of freelance journalism to her live-in boyfriend and miniature poodle. Never will she lie on the roof of her Bed-Stuy walk-up with her college friends, taking in the glory of the city around her. Her life was cut short. And for what? After talking to Haley's parents, I knew what I had to do. I had to make the best podcast ever produced.
The necks are small.
I had to
No,
get more
fix
downloads
it.
and iTunes reviews than any podcast in history. I had to win awards. I could not let Haley die in
Hopefully I'll be allowed to start hosting full nights. That'd be nice.
Coming up this season on A Very Fatal Murder.
You are receiving a call from Bluff County Jail.
Bobblehead.
I can't believe she actually died. It's so gross.
That's very strange, David.
Can't believe she died. It's so gross.
Oh, fuck, run! You may now kiss the bride.
I loved her so much, dude, but she never wanted to play paintball. Now I might never find out why.
Visit our website to find pictures of Haley and sign up for OPR Plus to get access to pictures of Haley's corpse and hundreds of other corpses for just $5 a month. A Very Fatal Murder is brought to you by me, David Pascal, and Onion Public Radio. This podcast was made possible by the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Hillmont Cheese, and listeners more generous than you.
Fuck. How'd you draw
just
lace?
Heard the Onion's award-winning journalism. Now hold it in your hands. Subscribe today.
Pretend I drew really good lace, okay?
Sign
Sign up to look at a corpse.
It's like a podcast episode you can read. You can read.
Yeah,
right?
this is a wild
Go to
podcast.
membership.theonion.com to find out now.
There is a lot about the job that isn't actually that fun that I have now automated away.
Yeah, it's like a comedy,
One of them is Sentry.
like
This is kind of a
true
different type of
crime
automation,
podcast.
where it's going to go through on whatever schedule, whatever cadence, and it picks off one of the top Century issues. So
Yeah,
what
pretend
this
that's
type of
really good
automation
lace,
does
okay?
is it allows us to focus on
It's
what is
such
going
good
to make the
lace.
code
It looks like
great to
it's
use
just
and
scribbles.
useful and joyful, and all of the things that like bugs
But it's
and
actually,
things that
like,
fall through the cracks that
really
like aren't quite as
high
fun to figure out, at least
definition,
for me.
high
That
res
stuff can
lace,
happen kind of
actually.
behind the scenes.
Uncultured people just can't see it. Oh my god, Elliot, that lace is incredible. I know, right? I'm so good at drawing lace.
When I think about the murder of Haley Price, there are two things that are important. There's what I know and what I don't.
Haley Price, 17 years old at time of death, 5 feet, 5 inches, life cut short in senseless act of violence.
I know that this is the most compelling murder in America. I know that the victim was a supple young girl in the prime of her life. And I know that she was killed by simultaneous gunshot stabbing, strangling, drowning. Ethel, have the police
Strangling,
charged anyone
drowning,
with the murders?
gunshot,
No
what?
charges have been brought. David, would you like me to email police with recommendations of people to charge with the murder?
Not yet. What I don't know is who did it and why. I don't know why the Bluff Springs Police Department hasn't been able to catch a killer in a town of 11,000. I don't know why Haley was wearing another guy's class ring even though Brian is the total package. I don't know how many Pulitzers I'm going to win for this podcast. But this week, I'm looking for answers.
I also think you guys should say that I drew a really good hand, too.
Just horrible. I'd keep an eye on Calloway if I were you.
Because I did. I drew such a good hand.
dead.
Oh my god, you didn't know? From The Onion and Onion Public Radio, I'm David Pascal. And this
Pascal
is
the
a very
dog is
fatal
here.
murder.
The Bluff Springs Police Department, under our special
Anyone else drawing with
investigative
you right
unit,
now?
is doing
Yeah,
everything
Jackie
within
is.
our power to
Let me see what
apprehend the
Jackie's
person
done
or
so far.
persons responsible for ending Miss
What is
Haley
this?
Price's life.
Close
we are
enough.
deeply committed
Welcome
to
back,
bringing
Nino
this
Mai
criminal to
Inanis.
justice and peace to Miss Price's family.
That's Charlie Jameson, the Bluff Springs Police Chief, speaking at a press conference the day after Haley's murder.
I love Lynn.
We
Look
arrived
at
at the
him.
crime scene
Oh,
at
that's
6:37 a.m.
adorable.
and began our investigation.
Your art's always so
We searched
cute,
the area,
Jackie.
started talking to neighbors, and asking if anyone saw anything suspicious.
Oh yeah,
By
since
10:30
Monster
a.m.,
Man's
we had
here.
brought Brian White in for
We
questioning.
did this last
He's
time.
talking about Haley's boyfriend, Brian, the one with the great hair and eyes you could get lost in. I'm sure you remember him. Brian was held at the Bluff Springs Police Department and questioned for several
Yeah, just
hours
me.
on
So
May
feel free
10th,
to hop
the day of
in.
Haley's
You know what?
murder.
I can't draw
But the
for
thing
crap,
is,
but let's do it anyway.
Brian's a really
Hell
great guy.
yeah.
This was
Let me
my first
get you
hint
the
that the Bluff
code.
Springs Police Department had mishandled the case. I decided to talk to Chief Jameson myself.
Going off the information we had, we
I
thought he had
almost
a
sent you a
motive to do
YouTube
it
video
because
instead.
Haley was wearing another boy's class ring. We thought maybe something had happened with the two of them. But Mr. White was cleared a few hours later.
And why was he cleared?
There
His
you
alibi
go.
checked out. There was 7-Eleven security footage of him filling a recycling bin with slushy
One.
mix at the time of the murder.
I asked
Sonic the
Brian about
Honk
this
Honk and
experience,
Mega Man
he told me it
eggs.
wasn't the first time the Bluff Springs Police Department had mismanaged a case.
You are receiving a call from Bluff County Jail.
I mean, it's like a daily freaking occurrence now. They're always looking for some reason to bring me in here.
What did they get you for this time?
I wrote out Haley Price, RIP, and letter fluid on the football field and set it on fire. I just fucking miss her, man. The day she died, I was gonna prompose.
Brian told me he'd been arrested 12 times.
And hats
He said
won
that
me
sure, he got into
games.
trouble every now and then, but he wasn't a bad kid.
I wasn't even surprised, man. Honestly, they just think we're bad kids for, like, seriously no reason. I mean, right after they were done with
Gonna
me, they
redo
went
that.
after Alex. Like, what the fuck?
Redo that
I
hand.
love
Don't like
Haley,
it.
obviously. Like, we're pretty much sisters. We got matching inner lip tattoos and everything.
Alex Thatcher was Haley's best friend, and she was a person of interest for a time too. But Chief Jameson admitted that the police didn't have much to go
Jameson
on, other than the
admitted.
fact that she had vomited and said that shirt is disgusting when she was asked to identify Haley's body. Including Brian and Alex, 7 suspects have been questioned by investigators, but not one person, not one, has been charged with the murder of Haley Price. Benjamin Clarkson, the foreman at the factory where Haley was
Oh,
found,
that looks
was
even
arrested.
worse.
But he was let go after authorities searched his phone and computer, discovered he'd been having an affair at the time of the murder,
The
and
people
ruined his
draw
life.
hands.
Martha Vuolo, the owner of Fur Corral, the pet store Haley worked at, was a person of interest too.
Mrs. Vuolo is such a bitch. Like, Haley just wanted the day
Like,
after
oh my
prom off so
God.
we could do a
Oh
really
my
good post-prom, and Mrs. Vuolo wouldn't let her. She totally had it out for Haley, probably because she was jealous that Haley had an actual life and actual friends. Yeah, actually I bet she did it. Wait, can you arrest people?
Martha Vuolo was cleared when she provided time cards, proving she had been working like the lame loser she is at the time of the murder. Then there was Haley's debate teacher, Larissa Monk. She and Haley were friendly, and Monk was the last person to see Haley at school that day.
Miss Monk was cleared. She was having sex with a student at the time of the murder.
And what about the Mars rover, who authorities suspected because of the Martian soil under Haley's fingernails?
Collecting data about Mars at the time of the murder.
And Keith Paulson.
The black man we saw walking in town one day. He was eventually cleared.
I wondered, where had the Bluff Springs Police Department gone wrong? What had stopped them from bringing justice? There was one thing, too, that really stuck out to me as so odd from the conversation I had with Chief Jameson. He said he didn't have any podcasters on the force. In fact, no public radio reporter had ever so much as looked into the Price case. That was pretty staggering to me. With so few resources put into podcasting, how could the town of Bluff Springs trust that investigators would solve the case? How had they dropped the ball on something so obvious? Because if they had had a podcaster on the case right away, they would have asked the most important question. What about W.O. Calloway? Did you ever question him?
No, I don't believe we did, and he's not a
Elliot,
suspect.
trace your hand.
But that's where Chief Jameson was wrong. Because Calloway was a suspect. I had already written his name in big block letters with lines underneath it on the big whiteboard I used to map out my stories.
For whatever fuels your day, there's an extra mile on the way. Even for you, who debate skipping the gym after a long day. An ice-cold energy drink and protein bar help keep you going. Extra Mile at select Chevron and Texaco locations.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. But at Grand Canyon University, we shatter the status quo. GCU's online Master of Social Work helps you serve with Christ-like compassion and connect people to needed resources.
That's pretty good.
Let me know if you have any questions. GCU can help you learn how to advocate for and empower people.
This is purpose-driven education. Take action. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
This episode of A Very Fatal Murder is brought to you by BrickShorts.com. Hey, Ethel, have you heard of BrickShorts.com?
Yes, David. It is all the rage online.
Whoa, cool. So what is it?
BrickShorts.com is a domain name that is available for purchase. It can be yours today.
So I can put any content I want on BrickShorts.com? Even those embarrassing photos of the two of us?
Ha ha ha. But yes, David, you can do that if you own the domain.
Awesome. Well, I better hurry, otherwise one of our listeners will snap up this brandable website before I do.
Ha 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 ha. Yes.
BrickShorts.com. It's a domain you can buy to host your website. Picture a fan. Now double its size. Double it again. Now double it again and add 10 feet. Sorry, you're not even close to the size of a wind turbine. This is the sound of the wind turbine in Bluff Springs, the one I noticed my first day here. Just like the murder of Haley Price, the wind turbine looms over the entire town. It feels ever present.
Dying flowers
The more
are
I thought
hard.
of the turbine as a murder, the more I understood rural America's resistance to green energy. But I still didn't understand who had killed Haley. There's still so much I don't know. So much I don't understand about the turbine. How does it convert wind into electricity? And what happens if it's not that windy? Does it ever spin the other direction? I don't know how it works, but just like the murder of Haley Price, it's got W.O. Calloway's name on it.
Hello, David. What can I help you with
Orange. Oh,
today?
it's a persimmon.
A, find new
Yeah,
motives.
it's a
B,
persimmon.
background research. C, bounce ideas off each other about how the Bluff Springs Police Department has dropped the ball.
B, please, Ethel.
Certainly.
I needed to find out more about W.O. Calloway, so I asked Ethel to research the Calloway family and look into any potential
This
links
orange
between Calloway and Haley.
Gentlemanosaurus.
It turns out that the Calloway family has been here in Bluff Springs for generations. They originally founded the town as a
Bing
shanty
bong.
town to accommodate the workers of Calloway Industries.
I think
The
Choco
Calloway family
Crusader.
is associated
Welcome,
with several
welcome.
businesses, including Callaway Ranching, Callaway School for the Blind or Idiotic, Callaway Digital Marketing, Tropicrazy Soda, Callaway
W.O. Calloway's grandfather, W.M. Calloway, built the factory that Haley was found in back when Bluff Springs was still a booming industrial hub. See, just about everyone in this part of the country worked in soda, specifically an amphetamine-laced orange soda called Tropicrazy. Bluff Springs was essentially built on Tropicrazy money, and the people of Bluff Springs are still nostalgic for the days when a young man could go down to the Tropicrazy factory and get a job with no trouble. But when health lobbyists in big cities like New York turned the public against Tropicrazy, the industry suffered, and so did the people of Bluff Springs. I was starting to understand how, even though he almost definitely killed Haley Price in cold blood, the town of Bluff Springs could still love W.O. Calloway. In their simplistic minds, he represents the orange-tinged days of yesteryear, when work was easy to come by and soda flowed freely. Eventually, instead of closing the factory, the Calloway family scaled back production to bottle caps, which they still produce and ship all across the country. But with the recent increase in robots replacing white working-class people, most of the employees have been laid off. Okay, so I'm at the Bluff Springs Public Library, and I'm just trying to find out whatever I can.
I'm totally
about
not multitasking right now by watching stream and listening to an ebook.
The librarian told me
oh
he
God,
donated
and
the
we're
money
listening
to build it
to
as long as
a
they agreed to
podcast.
invest in an extensive collection on human anatomy and diseases. The librarian, Mrs. Lennox, also helped me find a bunch of articles about the Calloways, dating all the way back to the Bluff Springs Chronicle's first issue, in which Calloway was the answer to the jumble.
This is all about the Calloways and the police. They've always been pretty big supporters of law enforcement. My hubby Rob is on the force, and he's always saying how much he likes to go over to the Calloways' house for training.
Training? Like police training?
Oh, yes. Well, you know, I think it was W.N. Calloway. He built the police station himself out of scraps left over from his mansion. And now W.O. likes to have the officers over to run drills on his property. He has got a whole lot of land and almost none of it's swamp, so it's real useful.
Huh. Hey, do you have anything I can look at on microfiche?
I checked this with Chief Jameson, and he said it's true, but he told me it doesn't happen too often. He said that Calloway was always really nice to the officers, having cookies and lemonade sent out to them while they were training, but that they never saw him, probably so they couldn't make him out in a lineup.
Here's an article right here from 85.
Calloway heir suspected in murder of town lunatic.
Mm-hmm. Loony Bill. Then the next days.
Younger Calloway walks free? Huh. Looks like the courthouse is called Calloway Courthouse. Calloway opens up about life, love, and second chances. Oh, wow. Here's a picture of... It's like a bunch of kids wearing these overalls that say Calloway on them.
Can I do this okay?
Huh, okay. It says Calloway Campers?
Calloway Campers is a long-running youth enrichment program in which children are taught survival skills, like how to build shelters out of discarded bottle caps and light their clothes on fire for warmth. I scanned the rows of bright smiles and perfectly pressed uniforms, and there, third row, smack dab in the middle. Is that Haley?
Poor little dead girl? That sure is her.
Is that Manzai?
Next time on A Very Fatal Murder.
W.O. Calloway? I used to be in love with him, but he sued the shit out of me.
Sir, you need to put the recorder down. Please put the recorder down.
How do I say hello? There we go.
Visit our website for more information about the show and to check out Brian's senior pictures. They came out great. Plus, tweet your theories about how Calloway murdered Haley with the hashtag Calloway did it. I'll read all of your theories, and who knows, one of them might be interesting enough to make it to the podcast. A Very Fatal Murder is brought to you by me, David Pascal.
Can't spell fart without art.
Now I want to talk to you about another podcast from OPR. Did you know that the United States used to be part of England? Whoa, history is so cool. Oh, and did you know that gigantic lizard-like creatures once roamed the Earth? What? These insane facts are the kinds of things you'll learn every week on the new OPR podcast, Truly Insane History Facts. Join host Audrey Chen every week and find out cool stuff like who the very first president of the United States was, and even what year Jesus was born. Subscribe to Truly Insane History Facts today.
Reading. It's like listening, but with your eyes. And if you subscribe to The Onion right now, you'll receive 12 monthly issues of our award-winning newspaper to listen to with your very own eyes. Go to membership.theonion.com now to hear more.
I'm Mark from Bathfitter. Sarah thinks I'm just gluing cheap plastic over her tub.
I didn't say that out loud.
Can't spell Elio without fart.
Profit System is a laser-measured custom premium acrylic solution that fits directly over your existing tub or shower. Paired with proprietary seamless walls for a watertight seal, backed by a lifetime warranty.
Wait, you finished already?
Yep, I installed perfection in one day. Busting myths, not bathrooms. Book your free consultation and lock in your $650 off.
Here's my Yotsuyu fan art. Oh, color wheel. Do you have a certain color you'd like?
For no matter
Canon IDV lore, trust me, guys.
Confidence with AAA insurance.
This orange is Gymnosaurus.
Gymnosaurus.
Gymnosaurus. Gymnosaurus.
Horrible. Just
You like
I'd
green?
keep an eye on Calloway if I
Okay,
were
let
you.
me
Oh, yeah,
see.
he fucking did it.
Show everybody the 7 of hearts. Your
There we
card.
go. Well, that's a little bit green. What about
Oh my
this?
God, you
There
didn't
we
know?
go.
From the
That's
Onion
more
and
green.
Onion Public Radio, I'm David Pascal, and this is a very fatal murder.
Is my room open for random
Oh
people?
my God, that smells amazing. What is that?
Oh, that's an elephant ear.
Because I don't think that was someone.
Yeah, I've got to tell my patissier in Brooklyn about this. Small town America is full of surprises if you slow down long enough to look for them. Moving slow is a way of life in Haley Price's hometown of Bluff Springs, Nebraska. And
I don't
oddly
think
enough,
that-
that's the way the residents of Bluff Springs seem to like it. It can be perverse at times, the
feel
fact
like-
that your
is
next
this
door
like an
neighbor knows your
open
name.
room?
But it can be endlessly fascinating too.
For like
watching
anyone
the way
to
these simple
join?
people pass
I
the
have
time.
no idea. I can't quote the Lego Ninjago meme through text. Oh, cute!
The rudimentary game being described here is
Yuri!
called Ring Toss. I watched for hours as
I love
men,
Yuri.
women, and children of all ages handed over money that they had presumably earned in some sort of factory or mill to throw rings around a small, unremarkable target. Their prize? Nothing more than a fistful of tickets to be traded in for plastic junk.
Oh, you just missed. Better luck next time.
Hold on, I think
Soon
I've got
you
it.
guys will get to
Do you
experience
guys have an ATM?
Yuri.
Peculiarities like this were abound at Callaway Day, Bluff Springs' annual tribute to the town's biggest benefactor, W.O. Callaway. On the first Saturday in June, the denizens of Bluff Springs descend on the Callaway Fairgrounds to eat,
how
drink,
to
and be
drug
merry,
people, no.
all in the name of the man at the center of my investigation, the man who may or may not have killed Haley Price. We'll get there.
I love to go to the Ferris wheel, but my brother is too scared. I'm too scared.
Yeah, okay.
I'm too
So do you two know the
scared.
girl who was shot, then brutally stabbed over and over until her face was barely recognizable? Up until this point, I've given you the facts about Haley Price's case, the circumstances of her gruesome death, and the calling I felt to expose her killer on this potentially award-winning podcast. But to understand Haley Price's demise, it's important to know the fertile
go.
earth from which she sprang.
I lived in Bluff Springs all
Here's a
my
ghost,
life. Met my
Elio.
wife
Bro,
here,
you're
had
haunted
our
as
2
fuck.
daughters here. Only ever left for the war.
You can kick me out and redo
Yes,
the room
sir.
just in case.
101st Airborne Division.
I guess
Wow,
we'll see if
you're wearing a
someone
little hat
else
and everything.
does
I
that.
talked to a lot of people on Callaway Day
There we
about
go.
the
Oh,
dark,
you're
fetid
trying to get the
underbelly of
Steam Deck
America.
controls to
And
work?
whether
Oh,
they knew
welcome back,
Haley or not,
Monzoy.
they all had something to say about the man
Why did
who
I
may or
hear
may not have
Jax
killed
from
her.
the Amazing
W.O.
Digital Circus in
I
the
worked as an
background?
electrician at the Callaway packing plant for 20 years. Got the busted knees to show for it.
I was shocked by what this war veteran was alleging. Could it be true
me
that
see.
Callaway had forced
Oh my
this
God.
American hero to degrade his body, marching him around on his hands and knees like some sort of farm animal? If so, what was he capable of doing to a 16-year-old girl?
In all my
Are his
years there,
eyes
I never
together
saw him
like
once.
Sonic?
Heard his hoverboard zooming around in the rafters sometimes.
He lives in the big mansion up on the hill, but
No,
he never comes
they're
out.
separate.
He's got a train system under that house, a moat too. When I was a kid, we used to hop the fence and go swimming in it. Until my neighbor Billy Tompkins got electrocuted.
Hello, Elio and friends. Hi,
So would you say
Toto.
that the Callaway man's casts
Welcome,
a menacing
welcome.
shadow over the innocence of America's heartland?
If you have Go and you want to join in, feel free to let me know and I can send
Callaway
you
places
the
a weekly
invite
order at the
code.
Stop and Save, which is where I work. One of his housekeepers always picks it up, and the
Oh,
order never changes.
no.
1 pound of farfalle pasta,
looks
3 tubs of cottage
cursed.
cheese, walnuts, as many as we can get him, and a length of rope. Down at the store, we joke about how he probably has enough rope to last to the moon by now.
I had to ask Donna to repeat herself 3 times so that I could parse her thick Nebraskan drawl. I couldn't make any sense of it.
Enough rope to lasso the moon.
Once I figured out what the hell she was saying, it got me thinking. If Callaway had enough
Okay,
rope
yeah.
to lasso the moon,
I don't
maybe
think
he had enough
Project
rope to kill
Avatar
a
is
girl.
someone from here.
I
Okay.
continued to collect testimonials from a number of varied sources. A single mom, Shirley
Hold
D.
on.
Burden.
How do I cancel hosting? Leave. Does that close it? Is it Manzai? I'm not sure. Is this? Huh. Oh! I see. It was on. Okay. there we go. Oh, you don't have gold. Oh no. I hate that that's turned on by default. Oh, you joined? You look like Mega Man? Is this the same code? Okay, yes, that is the same code. So Jackie and Monza, you can still join with the code I sent you. It's just we won't have any randoms come in. I forgot that I drew that. I still really like how that came out. Oh wait, I lost the video. It's not playing the podcast anymore. Shout out to the bros who joined the room randomly and heard the podcast with zero context. Joins in, here's like a weird murder like podcast, gets freaked out, leaves. I don't see anyone else. This is my first time using gogh. Yeah, how do people join the room? Jackie, do you know how to walk Monzai Man through joining? Because I've actually never joined a room myself. I've only hosted. You can't join? Oh. You see my art? Join with room ID only. Keep room open. Let me see. Let me send you the code. Does that not work? Oh wait, I can invite you. That's probably easier. It's probably a lot simpler than what I was doing. There we go. Hello. But yeah, I sent you an invite on Steam, Monzai Man, so hopefully that is easier for you to join. Oh wait, I need to get the podcast back on.
Hey Meta, suggest the hotel nearby for tonight.
Hotel Julian is known for great beds.
There is a lot about the job isn't actually that fun that I have now automated away.
God, all of the ads are just AI shit. See, this is why I have ad block.
Horrible. Just horrible.
Please, use our AI, please, please.
Oh yeah, he fucking did it.
Show everybody the 7 of
Please,
hearts
the
you're
bubble
for.
isn't bursting, please.
What do you mean Haley's dead?
Oh my god, you didn't know? From the Onion and Onion Public Radio, I'm David Pascal, and this is a very fatal murder. Oh my god, that smells amazing. What is that?
Oh, that's an elephant ear.
Yeah, I've got to tell my patissier in
Were you
Brooklyn
able
about
to
this.
join now, Monza?
Small town America is full of surprises if you slow down long enough to look for them. Moving slow is a way of life in Haley Price's hometown of Bluff Springs, Nebraska. And oddly enough, that's the way the residents of Bluff
I
Springs
might
seem
need
to
another
like it.
invite. Oh,
It can
okay.
be perverse at times, the
One
fact that your
moment.
next door neighbor
Am I?
knows your name.
Oh,
But it
I
can
was
be
on
endlessly
Eraser.
fascinating too, watching the way these simple people pass the time.
Step
Okay.
right up and
Let me
test
send
your
you another
luck.
invite.
$1 gets you 5 chances to toss the rings. $2 gets you 12.
Why do I
The
go for
rudimentary
that?
game being described here is called
Oh,
ring
right
toss.
here.
I watched for hours as men, women, and children
Okay.
of all ages handed
It
over
should've
money that
sent
they had
you through-
presumably earned
Oh,
in
is
some
it
sort of
'cause I'm
factory or
offline on
mill to
Steam?
throw
Hold
rings
on.
around a small, unremarkable target. Their prize? Nothing more than a fistful of
Let me see
tickets
if
to be
that
traded in
fixes
for
it.
plastic junk.
Oh, you just missed.
There you
Better luck
go.
next time.
Hold on, I think
I just sent you another Steam
You guys have an
invite.
ATM?
Peculiarities like
Hopefully
this
that
were abound
worked.
at Callaway Day, Bluff Springs' annual tribute to the town's biggest benefactor, W.O. Callaway. On the first Saturday in June, the denizens of Bluff Springs descend on the Callaway Fairgrounds to eat, drink, and be merry, all in the name of the man at the center of my investigation, the man who may or may not have killed Haley Price. We'll get there.
I love to go to the Ferris wheel, but my brother is too scared. I'm too scared.
Yeah, okay.
I'm too
so do you
scared.
know the girl who was shot
Hey,
and brutally
Danny.
stabbed over and over until her face was barely recognizable?
Up until
Do you
this
wanna
point,
draw
I've given
with
you the
us,
facts
Danik?
about Haley Price's case, the circumstances of her gruesome death, and the calling I felt to expose her killer on this potentially award-winning podcast. But to understand Haley Price's demise, it's important to know the fertile earth from which she sprang.
I lived in Bluff Springs all my life. Met my wife here, had our 2 daughters here. Only ever left for the war.
Korea?
Yes, sir. 101st Airborne Division.
Wow, you're wearing the little hat and everything.
I talked to a lot of people on Callaway Day about the dark, fetid underbelly of America, and whether they knew Haley or not, they all had something to say about the man who may or may not have killed her, W.O. Callaway.
I worked as
Oh,
an
Project
electrician at the
Avatar.
Callaway packing plant for 20 years.
So,
Got the busted knees to show
the
for it.
Monzai.
I was shocked by what this war veteran was alleging.
Yeah, I
Could
think
it be
this is
true that
Monzai.
Callaway had forced this American hero to degrade his body, marching him around on his
Hello.
hands and knees like some sort of farm
Welcome,
animal?
welcome.
If so, what was he capable
I'd
of
love
doing
to.
to a
I need to do
16-year-old
a
girl?
few things
In all
first,
my
but if I
years
finish in
there,
time, I would
never
love
saw
to
him
join.
once.
Okie dokie.
Heard his hoverboard zooming around in the
It's
rafters
me.
sometimes.
Okay, I
He
thought
lives
so.
in the big mansion
Okay.
up on the hill, but he never comes out.
Welcome,
He's got a
welcome.
train system
Feel free
under
to
that
take a
house.
seat
A
anywhere.
moat, too. When I was a kid, we used to hop the fence and go swimming in it until my neighbor Billy Tompkins got electrocuted. He
Am
died.
I able to?
Cool. So would you say that the Callaway man casts a
I
menacing
think, can
shadow
other
over the
people
innocence of
change
American
the
heartland?
videos as
I
well?
would say that, yes, that's a nice way of putting it.
Mr. Callaway places a weekly order at the Stop and Save, which is where I work. One of his housekeepers always picks it up, and the order never changes. 1
I
pound
think
of
I
Fafali
can?
pasta,
Okay,
3
cool.
tubs of cottage cheese, walnuts, as many as we
I
can
wasn't
get him,
sure.
and a length of rope. Down at the store, we joke
Wasn't
about
sure
how
if
he
it
probably
was
has
just
enough rope to
the
last
room
the moon by
owner.
now.
I had to
If
ask Donna to
anyone
repeat
can.
herself 3 times so that I could parse her thick
God.
Nebraskan drawl.
Watch parties
couldn't
in
make
the
any sense of
public
it.
rooms
Enough
must be
rope
crazy.
to lasso the moon.
Once I figured out what the hell she was saying, it got me thinking. If Callaway had enough rope to lasso the moon, maybe he had enough rope to kill a girl. I continued to collect testimonials from a number of varied sources. A single mom, Shirley D., burdened by inadequate health insurance and an absentee partner.
I'm predictable, and
A
Jax is my
minority, Al
favorite.
Donaldson, who most likely
amazing
faces an
digital
unending
circus
battery
character.
of microaggressions from his white-friendly
Because of
neighbors every day.
course.
Oh, yeah. You can hear his helicopter whirring over town in the middle of the night. If he lands on your house, it means you get a
Won't
promotion.
touch it, don't worry.
And a young
Found
drug
it
addict,
interesting
Jerry
that I
LaRue,
went
who
in it
epitomizes
and
the
it was
opioid
under
epidemic
my
in America.
YouTube login and not just mirroring yours. Oh wow.
Where
That's
was this?
weird.
Oh, I saw you at the ring toss, man, because you were like,
The young man was in and out of consciousness, so I gave him a few uppers to level out his high.
That was his fucking limo outside the fur corral. Yeah.
The Fur Corral is the pet
Did
store
you see
Haley
that they
Price
added
worked after
Amazing
school.
Digital Circus to
he's smoking a
Fortnite, by the
cigar.
way?
Do you think Callaway had anything
And they
to do
made
with
like a
Haley
video
Price's murder?
where Kane like stretched out Palmy's
But
body
why does
to make
anyone
her
do anything
Fortnite
anymore?
appropriate size.
No. Stay with me. Come on, we've almost got it all.
Elio and his toxic fictional veils. So true.
You haven't seen the sun in days.
I need to
So at
look
this
at
point,
my
it'd be
my
easier to
reference
just
sheet. Oh no, why did I launch Xbox? No. Xbox, turn off.
Book it. It's easy. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Saying
Dot
yes can be
yeah.
hard with severe asthma, but you can say
Yes.
to fewer asthma attacks. Tezspire is an add-on maintenance treatment for people aged 12 and older with severe asthma or inadequately controlled chronic rhinosinusitis with nasal polyps. It's not for sudden
The
breathing
YouTube
problems.
Watch Party
Tezspire
just
is
sends
proven to
timing
help
data
prevent
to
asthma
everyone
attacks
else.
and
It
relieve
doesn't send the
symptoms.
video information, so your local
sure?
viewing is done with your own account. Uh-huh.
For those with nasal polyps,
That's
it's proven to help
interesting.
shrink polyps and reduce nasal congestion.
Yes, chef.
Serious allergic reactions
Yes,
like anaphylaxis may occur. Call your doctor or get emergency care if you have rash, hives, breathing problems, red, swollen, or itchy eyes, swelling of face, mouth, or tongue, fainting, dizziness, or lightheadedness. Talk to your doctor if you have a parasitic infection, if your asthma worsens, or before stopping other medicines. Avoid live vaccines.
God, his-
sore throat, flu, and cold
his
symptoms.
fucking
upper
mouth
respiratory
looks so
infections,
bad.
Nosebleeds, injection site reactions, joint or back pain may occur. Say yes. Ask your doctor about Tezspire.
But he was gone. I called the paramedics before meeting up with some of Haley's friends, including her boyfriend
Gotta
Brian,
fix
who said
this.
he had something to show me.
It's her.
Brian pulled up his shirt to reveal a massive abdominal tattoo, a caricature of Haley riding a skateboard with an ice cream in one hand and flipping you off with the other. It's funny.
She got this done last year on Callaway Day. Airbrushed onto a t-shirt.
And you got it tattooed onto yourself. Brian, that's really sweet.
Not tattooed. I just told the airbrush guy to airbrush it onto me. Paint's pretty cold, though. The ice cream is already dripping.
It was getting pretty late, and Brian was too distracted by his new stomach art to tell me about how Callaway probably watched the life drain out of Haley's face as he choked her to death while chortling to the heavens. So I decided to head out, but not before catching the main act of Callaway Day, a performance by the
There you
Callaway
go. I think
Cadets,
that
a
looks
group of teenage
a bit
baton
better.
twirlers decked out in short silver and teal uniforms. Normally, I'd be loath to support such a heteronormative display of phallocentric dance moves, but the Callaway Cadets can really twirl. As the sun set
Okay,
and a
there
million
we go.
stars
I
blanketed the
did
sky over
Jax.
Bluff Springs, I marveled at the way these young women's batons rose and fell in unison, over and over again, like a beating heart. Haley's heart should have been
Let me
beating up there
see.
too, and the reason it wasn't was written all
What
around
should
me,
I do
on the
next?
factories and the fairgrounds,
So let me
on the
take a
pay
look around
stubs
the
and the
room.
sides of wind turbines, on the orders of farfalle pasta. W.O. Callaway. He had stripped the cadets of their star. That madman
Check
had
feature
murdered
me
Haley
with the
Price in cold
burger.
blood. He'd stabbed her, shot her,
The
drowned her,
humongous
strangled
burger.
every ounce of life from
Looks
her nubile
good,
body.
thank you.
And no one was doing a goddamn thing about it. It pissed me off. I had to talk to Ethel.
I love Yuri.
This episode of A Very Fatal Murder is brought to you by Sand Camp, the subscription
Ooh.
service that dumps 2 tons of sand on your front
This
lawn
is
every
looking
month. What you
cool.
do with it is your business. Sand Camp.
You should have seen it, Ethel. There were so many
Extra
people
cute.
just enjoying each other's company. And oh my god, the snacks. They were so amazing and bad for me.
David, it appears as though you had a nice time.
I really did. I'm actually doing a pretty good job of enmeshing myself into the fabric of this town. And it's weird because I thought it would take years for me to understand such a
see.
primitive way of life, but I really connected with so many people at the fair. Brian has this hilarious friend Skiff, who's always...
Would you like to
Looks good.
go over the evidence, B, make an accusation,
Me and the
C, continue to
bestie.
exchange anecdotes, D, open email.
A, please, Ethel.
Pulling up the evidence.
Okay, so what we know is that WO runs pretty much every industry in town. Shipping, pharmaceuticals, public
Let's
arts,
see.
parking meters, the giant wind turbine on the edge of town, just everything.
David, would you like me to draw a conclusion?
Please?
Would
The
you like me to
conclusion
draw
is,
a conclusion?
If
Can you
Callaway
draw
owns
something for
everything
me?
in town, everyone in town works for Callaway.
But no one has actually seen him. It's all whispers and glances, Ethel. Really spooky stuff. And get this, if the whole town works for Callaway,
Borger.
and Callaway killed Haley,
I want
that
a
makes
burger.
the whole town complicit, in a way.
Your logic is sound.
Wait. And if
You
Bluff
drawing
Springs
this.
represents the beating heart of America, could that mean that the whole of America is also complicit in Haley's death?
My processor requires further clarification.
I'm saying, did America kill Haley Price?
I had to hang up the phone
Fresh
and think about
burger
what all
from
this
the
meant.
burger tree.
I was
I
drawing
need one of
amazing
those.
conclusions that said so much about the American dream,
burger
the
tree
decline
could
of
fix me.
manufacturing, modern beauty standards, the gig economy, factory farming, deforestation, saturated fats, the fragility of love, the golden era of television, and CO2 emissions, just as Ethel's algorithm had promised. If I could prove W.O. Callaway's guilt, I could solve all of America's ills. I was finally onto something.
How do I nail his ass, Ethel? I mean, this guy deserves to burn. I need to send a message to all the sociopathic wind tycoons out there that teen girls are not just playthings for their sick, twisted fantasies.
Analyzing murder circumstances. One moment, please. Analysis complete. My systems indicate that the most fruitful course of action is to visit the crime scene to collect evidence.
When it came to cultural analysis and intimate portraits of the disaffected, I was golden. But I needed to figure out how a man who no one ever saw could kill a girl that everyone saw all the time. I needed cold, hard proof
Not
that
the
Calloway
best
was the
hand.
killer. I had to return
But it's
to the
something.
scene of the crime.
Never
I
even leaves
had to
his
move
burger
to
tree
Nebraska.
anymore. Haven't seen him in months. It's too good.
Next time,
It's too
on
addictive.
Very Fatal Murder.
How could one man have done all of this? Shit, fuck, he's bleeding out. Oh, fuck, oh, shit, oh, fuck, oh, shit. And they call them elephant ears.
A Very Fatal Murder is made possible by our friends at The Hague and Bluff Springs Funerary Services. And special thanks to Industrial Light and Magic for the visual effects in this episode.
see.
And don't forget to check out our weekly dating advice podcast, Modern Dating,
Let me
hosted by
get
John
my
Benet
ref
Ramsey.
sheet.
Is it possible to fall in love over text messages? I've got a couple in the studio today who fell for each other, got engaged, and then married, all over text before meeting each other in person.
Thanks for having us.
There it
That,
is.
plus more podcasts and programming available at opr.org.
Hear that?
You would think
That's
I would
the
know
sound
this,
of our
but I
award-winning
don't.
journalism. Subscribe to The Onion today and receive 12 monthly newspapers that smell even better than they sound. Go to membership.theonion.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Mark from Vtuber. We're installing a custom manufactured permafit tub for Sarah. Flawless fit, no demo, no water damage, no stress.
Wait, you finished already?
Perfection in one day. Book your free consultation today and lock in up to $650 off.
Is it possible to fall in love through text messages? Someone's a couple years late on online dating. Yeah, that's been happening for like decades, dude.
The night of May 9th, Haley Price was waiting to meet up with her boyfriend, Brian, so they could make out and talk about what a bitch Alex was being lately. They're going to meet at their usual spot, the field outside the bottle cap factory. Bluff Springs is dark at night. There's only one street light, and it's the moon.
You can see the stars, which is romantic as fuck.
The two of them like to meet in the field and hook up in Brian's mom's old Camry. They liked it because the seats reclined all the way, and they thought it was cool that it still had a tape deck. That's pure romance when you're young and in love and don't live steps from the finest cultural institutions the country has to offer.
Haley loved that car. I do too. I mean, we've both grown up in that car, you know?
But Brian texted Haley to tell her he would be late. He was preparing an elaborate balloon sculpture depicting the two of them on a speedboat to prom-pose under. Haley told him not to come. It was getting late anyway, and she was cold. She wanted to go home.
I was really hungry anyway, so I made this thing I called michos, and it's basically like nachos, but instead of chips, you use ground beef.
But Haley never did go home. Just a few minutes after sending that text, Haley was shot,
You made an
stabbed,
art?
drowned,
Well, let me
strangled,
see.
and given a haircut. By 1:30 a.m.,
Oh my
the life had
God.
drained from her supple body.
Kermit
least,
Van
That's what the
Exe.
police say.
It's beautiful. He looks great. You got Kermit done so good.
911, what's your emergency?
I love it.
I can't see the moon anymore.
Horrible. Just horrible.
I'd keep an eye on
That's
Calloway if
beautiful,
I were
Monzo,
you.
Oh yeah,
man.
he fucking did it.
What do you mean Haley's dead?
Oh my God, you didn't
Get
know?
different
From The
clothes.
Onion and Onion Public Radio, I'm David Pascal, and this is A Very Fatal Murder.
There we go.
It had been 2 months since Haley's body was found, and the Bluff Springs Police Department still had no major leads. And after hearing about
Yeah,
how they
pure
mishandled Brian's
artistry.
cases in the
That
past,
boy's
and how they
kibble with
never considered
cheese.
bringing a podcast around to the force to investigate the murder, I knew that I had to question every detail.
Do you
the
like my
police presented me
OC?
with.
He's amazing.
At this point,
Well,
I was still
what's-
the only podcast
what kind
on
of,
the
like-
case. And it was up to me to bring Haley's killer
What kind
to
of
justice.
attacks does he do?
The police say that all it took to kill Haley was a gun, a knife, a rope, and a pool of water. But that always seems strange
What is
to
his
me.
favorite,
I mean, can a person really
like,
be killed
chips
from
to
just
use?
a gunshot, 7 stab wounds, and lack of oxygen? I needed to find out for myself.
It's weird, right? I mean, someone doesn't just die because you shot them.
David, have you considered
Someone
doing your own
doesn't
forensic
just die because you shot them.
Bring in some experts.
The police's official account goes like this. Haley Price began
Special
walking home
attack.
sometime
Tank
around
your credit
1:15
score.
a.m. on May 10th, when she was bludgeoned over the head and dragged into the bottle cap factory. There, she was shot, stabbed, drowned, strangled, put in an ugly shirt, given a
He
mop-top
is green.
haircut and a
That is
manicure,
his attack.
slashed across the
He's
stomach, and placed gently
green.
on a pillow. By 1:25,
That's
she
too
was
OP.
dead. I needed help
I
to
think that might
recreate
be
the
more
situation,
powerful than
so
Gator.
Ethel dispatched a group of young, desperate OPR interns to Nebraska. We needed to replicate the official facts perfectly to find out if what the police were alleging was actually true. I got funding from OPR to build an exact copy of the bottle cap factory about a mile outside of town, and I got it up and running in about 5 months with the help of our team of interns.
Banned from
Eventually,
local
our factory
tournaments.
replaced Callaway Industries as the biggest
Get
bottle
it
cap producer in
banned from
mid-Nebraska,
SAO.
and we were employing 2,000 people. We just needed to put the final touches on the testing site. It was 54 degrees and cloudy on the night that Haley was killed, so on the day of the test, we filled the area with massive refrigeration units and rented a blimp to hover in front of the moon. Conditions were finally perfect. At exactly 1:15 a.m., we started.
Nice. Okay, Janice, how do you feel? Huh. Okay. So I guess it would have been possible under the right circumstances. It's hard to say for sure, though.
Our first test proved that it actually is possible to kill someone this way. But it brought up a huge inconsistency in the police's story.
It is possible to
See,
kill
in just
someone
a
by
matter of
shooting
hours,
them.
the intern I had
who would have
asked
thought?
to run the test was arrested and charged with murder. And just a few months later, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. So why is Callaway still walking free?
Want a career that's built to last? At Universal Technical Institute,
His
become
battle
an
chip makes Mega Man
HVACR
green,
technician in
which
less than
makes
a year.
fights harder,
Get
because
hands-on
it's not
training with
easy
real
being
tools.
green. That is
Apply
true.
today. Hands-on
People
training for
die
new
when they're
careers.
killed?
Visit
That's crazy.
UTI.edu.
We've been
That
building
sounds fake.
chainsaws for over
Fake as
100
fuck.
years. Now that century of cutting comes in a
Thorough
moment.
investigators.
New blade and same bloodline.
This episode of A Very Fatal Murder is brought to you by OPR Bottle Caps. OPR bottle caps are high quality and produced in a factory in rural Nebraska. They're perfect for any bottle and come in 3 great colors. Even better, when you support OPR Bottle Caps, you support small town America. Order online at oprbottlecaps.com today.
So, from the angle of impact and the amount of blood present here, we know that the victim would have been about
I
here.
can
when they
never
were
tell
stabbed and
if
shot.
those ads are
the
like
same place.
actual ad
Yes,
reads or if
you
they're
see, because
fake
the angle
at
of
this
impact
point.
for all of these is
I asked Gina Lewis, a blood spatter expert.
Like,
from the
FYI,
NYPD,
there is a
to take a
killer
look at
and
the
you can
blood stain
figure
from
it out
Haley's
if you
murder.
pay attention.
I was hoping that she could give me
Really?
a better understanding of what actually happened because she's from New York too.
Now, what does that angle tell us about the income of the person?
I
who
wonder
did
if
this?
it's the
not
guy
something Blood Spatter
reading
helps us
this,
determine.
the
I also brought in a
protagonist.
haircut expert, Joey Sharp, to help me figure out how long it might have taken to cut Haley's mop top and who might have done it.
Wow, okay. See, whoever did this was smart. You got a mastermind on your hands.
That's what I thought.
I mean, I would never have thought to do this shape for her.
What are you listening
But you
to?
know what?
We're listening to
works
The
with her bone
Onion,
structure.
one of their
This is
podcasts,
insane.
which like
How long would a cut like this
is like a
take them?
true
And
crime
keep
kind
in
of
mind that we're in
parody
small town
podcast.
America and things just go a little
The
slower around
culprit
here.
is
It's
the
hard
girl
to say.
reading this.
I mean,
What?
a savant like this could get it done in
There's no
maybe
way.
20 or 30 minutes. But who knows what this guy is capable of.
There was one detail about the case that the police had completely failed to address. How could the world be so cruel? Does evil live within us all? And how could such joy and such profound sorrow exist in the same universe?
Well, that's a very difficult question to answer, but the Bible does provide some guidance.
That's the voice of Father
still
Anthony
on-
Scarmone,
oh, I was
priest
on
at
the
All Saints
eraser.
Catholic Church on 9th.
Whoops.
If we look to Proverbs 11:17, for example, we see, "A man who is kind benefits himself, but a cruel man hurts himself." So while there will always be cruelty in the world,
I just feel so hopeless, you know? I mean, she was so young and beautiful. How could God let this happen?
But what about Haley's nails, the polish that had been painted just 15 minutes before police arrived? After scouring the internet and feeding Ethel thousands of pages of 17 magazine, we discovered what color Haley was wearing.
Midnight Plum by Wet and Wild. Interesting. Downloading Wet and Wild consumer data.
We tried to find a connection between the
Anyone
Callaway
else
family
used
and the
to
Wet and
dye
Wild
their hair with
Corporation,
Wet and
but
Wild
there
for,
was
like,
none.
Halloween?
In fact, Callaway had vehemently opposed
So I
the
think
brand
that's
when
like-
it first hit
I
shelves
think
because
that's the
he worried that it
spray-on
would drive his
hair
own
color
beauty brand, Wet by W.O. Callaway,
stuff.
out of business.
It's
Or maybe
pretty
that's
rare
the
that we see
plain
this few
hair
prints. The
dye. I
criminal
know I've
took
definitely
precautions.
used that
I mean,
at some
like
point,
wrapping
though.
their hands in $100 bills.
Gloves is more likely.
I talked to Paula McNamara, a forensic analyst for the state, about
McNamara.
fingerprints found at the crime scene. She told me that the
I
area
always
was
think of
remarkably
this
free
one
of prints,
comedy
which made me
skit
recall
where
an important
someone's name
detail
was
that a local woman
McNamara.
had yelled at me when I was doing some background research.
Whenever
back
I hear
home.
that name.
He ain't got no fingerprints. They're smooth and shiny, just like the rest of them.
what if Calloway didn't have any
That's a real
fingerprints?
thing.
If that was true,
My hair,
then
no, but
wasn't
face
every
paint.
surface without a print covered in Calloway's fingerprints? And if that was the case, the crime scene had Calloway's prints all over it.
Wild. What was
After
it?
doing all that
Wild
research,
thing?
I still didn't have conclusive evidence.
I just think of
implicating
Heather
W.L.
McNamara from
I was no
Heathers.
better than the police, and that was unacceptable. The only thing I had learned after
You did
months of
the
work was
spray
that
hair
Haley
color
was a
for
vibrant
marching
girl
band?
in the prime
Oh,
of her life when
really?
she died. But with no real answers and a
Yeah,
quarter
I
to
remember
stay
I'd
at least
use it
100
all the
feet
time
away
for
from Haley Price's
Halloween.
corpse, I was getting frustrated.
I'd make my hair like blue or purple.
Can you say your name for us?
Rachel Lawson.
And your position?
I'm a professor of screenwriting here at UCLA.
Great. Okay, so basically, I'm on episode 4 of
Tough
this true
drawing
crime
with a
podcast, and
trackpad.
I've got some really dynamite stuff, but I'm worried I'm kind of starting to lose the thread. Do you have any advice for what might get things back on track?
I assume you've talked to the victim's family
Oh yeah, got them crying and everything.
and established a prime suspect, someone with a dark past.
Yeah, the town millionaire, he's perfect.
That's great. Well, it sounds like you're doing everything right. I guess the only thing I could add is it always helps to end the episode with some sort of bombshell.
Wait, this is with the
Something to shake
trackpad?
things up
Yep,
and keep
my
your audience
laptop
riveted.
trackpad.
Bombshell. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Thanks. And my next question is... That was 10
And
years
a lot of times, it will not take my click input. So if you see
Next
me
time, on A Very Fatal Murder.
like
Oof,
stand
how
there
about
for
that
a little bit
Icelandic
doing
volcano? I
nothing,
don't know
it's
about
because
this
I'm
Sarah Palin.
desperately
God,
trying
I
it
hope they rescue those
to
Chilean
get it to
miners.
detect my
Okay, this is it. Calloway is on the other side of this door.
heck that I'm actually pressing down on it.
A Very Fatal Murder is made possible by the entire cast of The Real World Seattle and the National Foundation for Sounds in the Arts. And special thanks to the Big Book of 1,000 Facts for fact-checking this episode. Visit our website for more information
Okay,
and
I
a chance
think
to
this
join
is
the
a
next
fake
class of
ad
OPR
read.
interns.
Because they said the entire
Okay, guys,
town
it
of
is
Seattle.
pledge season at
funded this.
OPR, and we're doing something special this week, so listen up. We're giving away
I don't
one
think the
brand new
entire
murder
town of
weapon
Seattle
every
would-
hour
would fund
to
a
one Very
podcast.
Fatal Murder listener who
Call me
donates to
crazy.
OPR. It can be any amount, whatever you can afford. Even $5 really helps us reach our goal. And one more thing. This week, all our donations are being matched by my parents. Just go to opr.org to donate.
Haven't you always wanted to hold a podcast episode in your hands? Now you can. Subscribe to The Onion to receive 12 monthly issues of the
I
newspaper.
think I need a new Go
Head to
invite. Oh, okay.
membership.theonion.com to learn more.
I think I'm
It's just like a
friends
very cool
with
way
you
to
on
prototype extremely
Steam,
quickly. If I
so
go here in
can
Figma, I
send
just
you.
have this design here that
There
I
you
put
go.
together. I can just take the link, I can copy a link to selection, and then I can go into Codex and I
Only
can paste the link,
McNamara I know is from
use
COD Zombies.
the Figma
Crazy, but in a good way.
skill to implement the
May I ask why you're using a trackpad? I did not have the forward-withal
like
thought
90% of the
to
way there.
connect my drawing pad to this.
Do not listen to that.
Hey there, Danik! Hello!
I know how it feels.
Welcome, welcome. He has something to prove. Like, I'm gonna just watch for now. This game is making my
Hey,
Steam
everyone.
Deck heat up
This
a lot. Oh,
is the
jeez.
first part of a special two-part
Well, thank you for
episode of A
coming
Very
in
Fatal Murder.
anyway,
Warning
Monzai
up
Man.
top, Part
It
1
looks great,
is
though.
pretty fucking
Thank
poignant.
you.
So if there are any listeners out there who aren't ready to have their breath taken away over how stunning this piece of narrative journalism is, please skip ahead to part 2.
I thought there's no pink in this. We'll have to use red. I assure you, I'm not typically a demon.
Horrible. Just
I'm only a
I'd
demon
keep
on
an eye on
Wednesdays.
Calloway if I were you.
I gotta arrest that motherfucker.
What do you mean Haley's dead?
Oh my god, you didn't know?
From The Onion and Onion Public Radio, I'm David Pascal, and this
Oh,
is A
BRB
Very
part
Fatal
3.
Murder.
See you in a bit.
This is the Bluff Springs Police Department, front desk.
This is the Bluff Springs Police Department. It's been 10 years since Haley's murder, and it's hard to make a list of people who should have solved this case without including the police.
Yes, I'll connect you to his desk now.
You've reached Chief of Police David Pascal. Leave a message.
And that's me. A lot has changed since the last episode. It's 2018 now, a decade since I moved to Bluff Springs to make Haley Price's unsolved murder the centerpiece of a podcast that would change the landscape of journalism in the digital age. Now I'm no longer just a guest in Bluff Springs. I'm the one who keeps Bluff Springs safe. I'm the chief of police. That sound
Oh
you keep
no.
hearing?
He's the
Yeah,
chief of
that's me,
police.
spinning the little circle part of my gun.
Uh-oh.
When I first came here, I thought I would just be a fly on the wall.
Oh,
a
this town's
selfless messenger who could make their simple, feudal customs and ways of life meaningful through my prose and perfect soothing radio voice. Maybe I'd even solve a murder or two. But the longer I was here, the more I realized I couldn't escape an undeniable truth. These people needed me, and maybe I needed them too. But
yes.
they definitely needed
Oh
me more.
God.
There was no way Haley's
There's
murder
no
was getting
saving
solved
these
without
people.
an experienced crime hunter like myself leading the chase. I had the gumption, brains, and audio recording equipment needed to solve this case. Without me,
There we
Haley's
go.
murderer would walk free.
I think
and
that's
not
good
only would her
enough.
family be broken forever, so would this town.
Honestly, I
So
think
I
that's
joined
pretty
the force
decent.
and climbed the ranks pretty quickly. Thanks to some hard work and
I
political
kinda really
pressures,
like how that
OPR was
came
nice
out.
enough to lord over the area's congressional representatives. And when I got promoted to chief,
It is my honor to introduce to you the new Chief of Police, David Carroll Pascal.
the timing couldn't have been more perfect because my wife Catherine was due with our youngest. Now
My
she's turning 4 and our
young.
oldest, Haley.
Your art
is in
does
first
look
grade.
great. Better than me. I do like
This
drawing
episode of
though.
A Very
Some of my
Fatal
favorite
Murder is brought
Jackbox
to you
games
by
are the
Pizza
drawing
Fresh,
ones.
the
I
on-demand
hope you like my
pizza app.
curve. It
It's
was
the easy, simple way to
fantastic.
get a pizza
And yeah, my
delivered
favorite
directly to your
Jackbox
door.
game is
Just
the
download the app,
TKO
pick out
one.
your pizza
That
from
game's
a wide
so
variety
fun.
of options, and a hot, fresh pizza will arrive at your door in
I
just
should
2
maybe
days.
do another
It's so
Jackbox
easy.
stream.
Head to the App Store
I
and try
kind
out
of
Pizza
hate the
Fresh
people
today.
that come in during Jackbox though.
Oh
You
man,
get
I
some
can't believe he's really
real
gonna
characters
do it.
when you
This is
stream
nuts.
Jackbox
You're nuts,
games.
man.
That voice belongs to Dylan, one of Haley's friends.
This still is my favorite
No, I should
drawing that I've
stop
done in
saying
this
that.
game though.
One of my friends.
Sick and
He's talking
twisted
about Brian.
Shubu.
This is epic.
Yeah,
He is
TKO's
doing
the shirt
it, man.
one.
He's really doing
I
it.
really like
This
that
audio
one.
is hard for me to listen to. Brian died a few years ago trying to clear the Callaway turbine in his Durango.
Hello.
This is the moment it happened.
This just proves that
Why
Brian
there's
is
so
the
many
sickest.
jerks. Yeah.
Yup.
That's
Every
Skiff,
time
Brian's
I've
friend.
streamed
Everyone in town knows Skiff. He's like the town's
any of
lovable
their
but idiot
games,
dog
I
who you let
always
curl
get
up
like
at your feet even though he's covered in
absolute
his own shit.
assholes.
Anyway,
popping
Brian
in.
didn't make it over the turbine. The ramp he built out of some of his grandmother's old roof shingles didn't give him
Yeah,
quite enough
TKO
air.
is so
Brian thought he could
fun.
do it. Hell,
That's
I
my
even thought he could do it.
favorite, and then
He'd
I
even
think
say I
my
was the one who
other
insisted that he
favorite
try. But no,
is Murder
he crashed into the
Mystery.
base of the turbine.
Murder Mystery House one.
Oh no, no, they're doing it.
Looks fantastic, Chief. Thank
David,
you.
you're a cop. Do something. Call someone. Don't just stand
For
there recording
improv
us.
today, we had a Zoom
That's Skiff
bomber.
again.
Oh,
Man, that guy's fucking funny.
that sucks.
Brian's death hit us all pretty
Why
hard.
can people
and
do
once again,
that?
Tragedy had struck Bluff
I remember
Springs.
you telling me about
But
that
maybe
before.
that's just what living in small
That
town America
sucks.
does to the young and beautiful.
I only
Icarus
played like
flew
3
too
of them,
close to the sun.
but I don't remember the
Brian
other
didn't
ones.
fly close enough.
Yeah, whenever I do
Craziest
Jackbox,
part
I
is seeing
need
that
to
it
do
works in 1 minute
TKO.
and lasts for up to 8 hours. Plus, virtually no rebound redness. Seriously. And
I
after your
see.
eyes are like, whoa. True.
Devices, please.
Coming. Come on.
Bathfitter didn't just fix the bathroom. We engineered a revolution. The PermaFit system, custom built to the millimeter, delivering the ultimate watertight solution. Bathfitter.
I also like Job.
Revolution.
But one
Which in
thing hasn't
retrospect
changed
sounds
since the
really
last
dirty.
episode.
I don't think
Haley
I've done
Price is still
Job.
incredibly dead.
What
How
was
is
that
it that 10
one?
years have passed and this investigation has gotten nowhere?
What character do I
When I
want
was
to
in
draw
high
as
school,
this?
I used to be in all the musicals: Les Mis, Little Shop, Music
I
Man.
don't wanna draw
and I think I've mentioned this
myself.
before, but I was that rare kind of kid who felt
It's not
just as
something I
comfortable on
should
a
say
stage
out
as
of
I did on the
context.
soccer field or in a student government meeting. Didn't like to sing or dance, but I was a really great
Hmm.
actor, so I always got a big non-singing part. Anyways, we used to do these warm-ups as a cast and rehearsals
Oh,
to help us
God.
get loose, passing a silly
I
noise
got like
around
an
a
idea in
circle,
my
zip,
head,
zap,
but I'm like,
zop,
I don't
that
know if
sort
I
of
can
thing.
draw that.
These exercises got us on the same page. But lately I've realized that an unsolved murder is a lot like a high school theater warm-up game.
Hold
There's a lot of finger pointing. Ask anyone in Bluff Springs why Haley's death is a cold case and you'll get a different response.
You've got witnesses who keep changing their stories, people tampering with evidence.
It's the murderer's fault it's not solved yet. Did too good a job.
Honestly, Dave, I feel like you're to blame for a lot of the shit that's...
It can get exhausting to hear, but who really is at fault? Could the murderer have done more while he or she was murdering Haley to alert authorities as to their identity? And what about Haley's parents? Have they spent too
feel
much
like
time grieving and attempting to move
A
on with their
murderer would
lives,
not
and
want
enough
to
time
do
pounding
that.
the pavement for clues?
You know?
And in the midst of all of this, where is HBO? They've never once made an offer to turn this into a bingeable
A very
documentary
fatal murder.
miniseries.
I'm
So you
left
could make
contemplating the
argument
different
that they're to
levels of
blame in a lot
fatalities
ways,
of
right?
murders.
But as the fingers point, they often point in one direction, towards the Bluff Springs Police Department.
Cops should have solved this case years ago. What's stopping them?
I don't trust the cops.
Yeah, there's so many cops on my force that should be in jail themselves, actually.
And so I started to wonder, could my police department have done more to solve Haley's murder? What's
Yeah,
going on
I
in
think
my
this
office?
guy is behind
As
it.
police chief, do I know more than I'm letting
He
on?
became a
I
police
decided
chief
to listen
even.
back to a press
I
conference
don't
that I
trust
gave on the
him.
10-year anniversary of Haley's death. This is still an open investigation, and I can't speak more to that at the moment. We have no new information to share at this time. Really?
Hold on.
No new information? How is that possible?
I may be playing with
What
fire
am I
here.
hiding? Or did I miss something?
Looking this
I had
character
no
up.
choice but to go back to the beginning. I paid a visit to the evidence locker. I like to visit the evidence locker.
It's off limits to the public, sir. You're gonna need special permission.
Stonewalled. This wasn't going to be easy. I'm the chief of police?
Oh, of course. Go right in, Chief. Sorry. Long day.
Okay,
As I entered the locker, I felt conflicted. As chief of police, I was not thrilled about a
Murderers used to
podcast
sign their
getting in the way of
names
my
in this town.
investigation,
Now you can't
about a
even get
reporter
murdered
digging
with your
around for
door
dirt.
unlocked.
But as a journalist, I just had to
SMH.
keep searching, no matter what the cops
We
thought.
need to get more murders happening.
So much stuff in here.
I think we as a society
It
need
took me a full
to
day to
commit
get
more
through all the
murders.
evidence. It was like
You
a
know?
tour through Haley's last days.
Oh, wow.
People have had it way too good for way too
Is
long.
this blood? Gross. I can probably throw this out. Cool, boring, cool. What's this? Might still be
God,
good.
my trackpad is so bad.
Oh my god, amazing.
Oh, fuck. The locker was full of dust, which made me wonder at first if anybody had been down here in years, until I realized it was dust that Haley had been carrying in her purse the day she died. It was part of the evidence. But then, just when I thought I'd wasted the afternoon of my daughter's birthday and there was nothing new to be seen, I saw it. The smoking gun. Evidence marker 2301. This wasn't marked on
Murders?
any of our
Alright.
logs. I had never seen it before. A note addressed to Haley on
Oh,
Callaway
no.
Stationery.
How do I do that?
This was huge.
To H. When you are gone, I'll miss you. Goodbye for good, my beautiful friend. Signed W.O.
Signed W.O. Now is probably
W.O.?
as good a time as ever to mention that since the beginning of this case, there has been a rumor about a note like this. A note that W.O. Callaway, the mysterious, elusive businessman himself, apparently left for Haley in her locker at school the day she died.
Oh, have you heard about the note from that rich
I like
guy
the colors
Callaway?
of this model. Oh,
I've
thank
never
you.
read it, but that's the key to all this.
It's my
She was close with
Shinseki
him.
color
Maybe a
palette.
little too close.
But I never believed the rumors were true, and I never mentioned it on the podcast.
They added face
because it just
tracking.
didn't
Yeah,
jive
I'm
with the story arc I
curious how that
meticulously
is. I'm
outlined
not
on
gonna
the
like
whiteboard.
test it
But now,
on
I was holding it
stream,
in
but
my hand.
definitely
rush
gonna have to do
was
that
incredible.
before the next time we do GOG to see.
Haley used
how
to
it-
walk
just how
dogs
it
for W.O.
works.
Callaway, and I always knew that he would be the
I
key
guess
to
people
solving
can
this thing.
VTube
But I never had enough evidence to nail him.
directly through GOG now.
I finally did. It was time to confront the town billionaire.
Of course, it's the billionaire. It's always the billionaires.
On a special part 2 of Did My Police Department Miss Something?
Now that you've enjoyed this free podcast episode, it's time to put an end to your pathetic freeloading and subscribe to The Onion today. You'll receive 12 monthly issues of our award-winning newspaper delivered straight to your mailbox. Visit membership.theonion.com now
I don't know
to
how
learn
to
more.
do her hair.
Nobody plans for this moment. It starts as something that's supposed to help, until it's
Also,
the
you
only
totally
thing
didn't draw Toxic Yaoi.
One
What?
in 30
Oh,
Americans
oh,
live
oh.
with opioid addiction. Most never plan
It's only
to.
now talking
This
to the
moment,
town millionaire after 10
you can
years.
take back control.
Yeah, what's this dude
With
been
Quick
doing?
MD, you can connect with a doctor online
Let me
as soon
see,
as today.
where's the Toxic
Visits are affordable,
Yaoi?
and there's no insurance required. Get started and
I'm
book
on
a
a
visit
hunt.
today at quick.md.
Okay, guys, before we get to part 2
Where's
of
the
episode
Toxic
5, I want to talk
Yaoi?
to you about another podcast from OPR. Two guys eating bagels so close to the mic. If you love off-the-cuff body banter between two friends, then you'll love the comedy
Did
of
you
two
do
guys
it in
eating
GOG,
bagels so
or
close
did
to
you
the
do
mic,
it,
which allows listeners to laugh,
like, for art
learn,
time?
and get a big ol' listen to every doughy chew.
It's
Check
playing
out Two
inside
Guys
the
Eating
game.
Bagels
Yep,
So Close to the Mic
it
on
sure
your podcast
is.
app today. Okay, let's get right to the show. In Nebraska, tornadoes
It's
are
in
part of
Go?
the fabric of life.
Where is it?
The state averages
Where's
around
the
50 of the
Yowie?
suckers every year, and Bluff Springs has seen its fair share of bad ones. Last year, I saw a twister rip a whole big barn to shreds. It was sick. But lately, I've realized that an unsolved murder is a lot like a tornado.
Oh, I
It can tear a town
remember that
apart.
from last time.
So you can imagine how I felt when I got a search warrant and made my way towards W.O. Calloway's estate to finally solve this thing, with the purpose and determination of a Nebraskan tornado,
Where
to
the
finally
Yowie
stop
at?
the tornado that was
I
this
feel
unsolved
like
murder.
I'm blind.
As I sat in the back of our
Can't
landmine-resistant
find the
armored
Yowie.
tank, I couldn't help but feel proud of what I
Mom
was about
hid
to
the
accomplish.
Yowie.
After all these years, all of the botched leads and dead ends,
Fun scavenger hunt.
I was finally going to completely fix these people's lives.
Did I
I
put?
tried not to get emotional as I strapped on my government-issued ballistic protection and communicated with the SWAT commander.
Arm the Bearcat turret with 50 caliber Browning. We don't know what we're walking into here.
T-minus 90 seconds. The drone is in position.
You know, before I started this job, the Bluff Springs Police Department didn't have a single Bearcat. That's a
Is that
ballistic
it? Is
engineered
that it?
armored
Is
response
that the Yowie?
counterattack truck. But now we have 4.
I found the Yowie! Woohoo!
Calloway's gate, despite
Oh
its
my
size,
god, that
was
looks
no match
so
for our wheels.
good.
We were
Holy
in.
crap.
In one short, heavily armed raid, this would all be
found
over,
the Yowie,
and Haley's
yay!
family could finally have peace.
Oh my
I
god,
turned on my
Jackie,
night
this
vision
came out
goggles, put
really
my dog
good.
Skiff on a leash, and we stormed the place.
Such a good art. I love
My finger was
Toxic
on the trigger in
Yowie.
case I needed to be a hero and take the shot
Yay!
myself. But then, I saw
I
him.
really like how they came out.
That's my name.
That him? Hold your fire! Hold your fire!
Yay!
He was sitting in a
Yowie!
childlike fort made out of gold bricks, trying to see how many
Me right
$100
now.
bills he could fit in his mouth. The men, the guns, none of it fazed him. The only
Yay,
moment he got up from his
Yowie!
velvet pillow was to chase the red circles from
Thank
our
you
lasers along
kindly.
the walls of
Of
the dimly lit
course.
study.
That's.
But like, this is
I knew
supposed
it
to
right
be
away.
Beatrice.
This
I'm trying to
wouldn't
draw
end in a shootout.
Beatrice, but
This man wasn't
I
a
don't
threat
know
to
how the
anyone.
fuck her
As he laid
hair
down on a
works.
massage table and started wheeling himself around with his hands on the ground, I dismissed the SWAT team.
All right, guys, you can get out of here.
I'm doing my best. This reminds me
And
of
I
a
sat down
game I
one-on-one
only
with
saw for
Cowboy.
the first time today.
His team of
Mecha
nurses helped me understand him
Chameleon.
in between the moments when they fed
Let
him
me look
pills and he
that
chewed them
up.
all up.
See,
Is
this
that
is his
another
family
drawing
tree
game?
here.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a hide
He
and
is fifth in
seek
line to the King of the
game.
Netherlands.
Well, his mother there.
You paint your
Is
white body to
also his
mimic the
cousin.
stage.
Listen,
Ooh, that
I don't
sounds
know what you
cool.
could possibly want with Mr. Calloway, Chief. He's just a
Sounds
simple
like
old
it'd be-
man
it'd be
finishing up his
really
last
hard.
days alone.
He is a suspect in the murder of Haley Price.
Oh, absolutely not.
I look at the
Even if he
anime
was
reference
capable
sheet
of
to
something
figure
like
out
that.
Beatrice's hair.
Haley was murdered at
And
night.
she's
if
got,
I'm not
like-
mistaken.
That's
Her hair's like in like a
right.
braid and
Sometime around midnight.
I
so
sleep up in the
complicated.
whirly birds.
Yes, I'm telling him that. You see, every night, for as long as I've known him, W.O. sleeps in a helicopter circling the city. He likes the way the vibrations feel. It is the only way he can fall asleep. 7 p.m.
Beato
to
as
9
an
a.m.
autism
every
creature.
night.
I sleep up in the whirly birds.
Yes, you do.
By the way, I didn't know this. I thought the loud whirring noises above the town every night were just government-issued planes releasing some type of sterilization mist to keep the population at bay.
Well, Okay. I don't suppose you have any.
Flight records? Of course.
The flight records
I
proved
got a
it.
gift from
W.O.
Danik.
Calloway was in a helicopter
Nani?
above Bluff Springs for the entire night of Haley's murder. And in case that wasn't enough proof, they were also able to produce a security camera video from within the helicopter
Let me
that showed
see.
Mr. Calloway sleeping that very night.
Oh, you got.
It was 13 hours
Thank
long,
you
and
for
I watched
gifting
every
me
minute of
Mecha
it.
Chameleon.
There he is.
Hiding,
Okay.
painting yourself, and then shooting others. Sounds
Still
like you
sleeping.
would love this one.
Mhm.
I have to see if I
Alright.
can play that with some people here then.
No. Shh.
That does sound really
Well,
fun.
Okay then.
So I was wrong.
Thank
This
you,
man couldn't
Danik.
have murdered
It
Haley.
combines drawing
But
and
that didn't
art
answer
with
all of my
hiding and
questions.
also with
Did you
hunting
know
down
that
your
Mr.
friends to
Calloway
shoot them
left
if
a
they
note
can't
in
hide
Haley
well
Price's
enough.
locker? How do you explain this?
Oh, that sounds
This is
great.
certainly very strange.
And then the old man cleared his throat.
I never had a best friend. Then Haley comes and she walks my dogs. I thought, this is my best friend.
It's so sad and so stupid.
Then she leaves to a new job and a new best friend, and I think it's goodbye for good. I'll never have a best friend. Who are you? Do you want to be my best
It's
friend?
way more fun than what
I
I'm
couldn't believe I'd
describing.
failed so miserably. Not only had I let the town down, I'd let my listeners down. The man I'd
Yeah, I'll
spent
have
a
to see if
decade and
anyone
over
I'm friends
$42
with
million
has that
of
game.
Pentagon grants chasing down was not a murderer. The richest man in Bluff Springs was also the dumbest. The frustration mounting, I took one of the Bearcats for a joyride to blow off some steam.
And then her dress is really complicated too. I'm just gonna draw lines.
Better sleep is simple. Just try
There we go.
Exercise regularly. Get adequate exposure to natural light. Or maybe you just need a little more from your mattress. An adjustable base offers personalized comfort with customizable head and foot
I got
position
it, but
that
yeah,
can
get some
relieve
others.
and
It's
alleviate snore.
$5.99.
Elevate your
Oh, heck
sleep with
yeah.
Ashley.
I'll have to
My
try
best
and
lead
arrange
was
a
a
stream
bust.
of that at some
Did I
point then.
fail? Would I ever find justice for Haley? Would I ever finish what I'm sure could one day become the most game-changing serialized podcast of the year? There's a type of fish that's native to the shallow waters of the Mediterranean
What
Sea.
is the most
It's called a spotted
popular,
weaver,
like,
brown and yellow
podcast
on
out
its head
there?
and back, 3 poisonous spines.
Because whenever I think of,
It
like,
feeds
the
on
most
smaller
popular
fish and
one, I think
crustaceans.
of, like,
And as I'm recording this
Welcome
episode,
to
I can't help but
something
think that
Vale,
the best
Night
way to pull
Vale?
me out of this funk is to
I
use
think
a
was the
spotted
name of
weaver
it, but I don't
as
know if
a
that's
metaphor for an
still
unsolved
popular.
murder.
I remember
They're
it was
both
super big on
long
Tumblr
and
back in the
poisonous
day, though.
and icky. And like an unsolved murder, they have dark
Either
spots
Welcome
all
to
over.
Night Vale or Magus
Right now,
Archives.
I'm in the
Oh,
darkest spot of
okay,
them
so
all.
Night Vale's still super popular then.
I knew what I had to do. I had to go back to New York where I could clear my head and talk to the only person who could help me now.
Joe Rogan?
Ethel.
Am I
I
dumb?
hadn't been back to the Big Apple in almost 10 years, but Onion Public Radio was still paying
Is
me
Joe Rogan a
$135,000
popular
a year,
podcast?
so I owed them a visit anyway. And I'd heard that David Chang opened a couple new
At least
Momofuku
back in
since
the
I left.
day, yeah.
So I packed my things.
I
and left
remember
Bluff
when
Springs,
people were
a place I
drawing
had
a bunch
grown
of
to
fan
love.
art.
Well, none of the residents of Bluff
Which
Springs
was
are
especially
quite as
cool
smart
because,
as
like,
me.
they
They're
didn't actually have
all-intelligent,
canon
thoughtful
designs
people
because
with
it was
hopes
just a
and dreams.
podcast.
Some of them
So
became
people
my
could
best
just kind of
friends,
go
one of them
wild
became
with
my wife,
whatever they
and
thought
they all
up for the
became the
designs.
taxpayers responsible for my robust police
I was
chief
thinking
salary.
of detailing the
I loved these
wings,
people.
but it looks
It was
bad.
time for me to finally be the hero I promised them I would be all those years ago.
I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good one. Oh, thank you. Whoa.
Next time,
Thank you for the
on Very Fatal Murder.
1,002 bits, Monzai. Yeah, you have a good rest. Hope you have sweet dreams, Monzai man.
God,
Thank you for playing with us.
changes.
I love your
everything.
Kermit.
A Very Fatal Murder is made possible
Yeah, take
by
care,
the Budweiser
Monzai. I know it was
Clydesdales
still
and Girl
ongoing.
Scouts of the
I
Swamp.
used to
Special thanks
listen.
to Lockheed Martin
Welcome
for
to
providing
Night
our
Vale.
recording equipment.
When I used to work morning shifts at work. Yeah, I remember I used to listen to it a ton too, but I haven't kept up with it. Oh, and thank you for the sub, Danik! Thank you again for the hype train, y'all! 2 hype trains in one stream. Jesus Christ, thank you. He used
After
to be the
Calloway was cleared
biggest,
of
but I
all
don't know if he's
wrongdoing,
at the
my
top
list of
anymore.
suspects
Oh,
was
Joe
down to
Rogan?
none. So I decided to go back
He
to
has-
New York.
he has a
back to the
podcast?
OPR offices, where I first found out about Haley's
I know like
murder.
a bunch
I
of
wanted to remember the rush
celebrities
of
started up
excitement the first time I saw
podcasts.
that
I remember I
gruesome
was
crime
watching
scene
a
photo.
video about
I wanted to remember what this was really
the Ned's
about.
Declassified
It takes a
school
village to raise
people
a child,
doing
and
a
in the case of Haley
podcast.
Price, to kill one
And
too. The village where I
oh
was raised
boy.
in New York City is
If
even
you
more
like Ned's
merciless than Bluff
Declassified,
Springs. And now that I'm from
don't watch
Nebraska,
their
I can see how
podcast
heartless, cold, and liberal it
because
really
it
is.
kind of
In New
revealed
York,
that
teenagers get murdered every day.
they're a
and
bunch
no one
of
bats
rich
an eye,
kids that
let
are
alone record a 6-episode podcast
really
about it, where one of
insensitive
the episodes is broken
in a
up into
way.
a juicy two.
I don't know how to
At
describe
least in
it.
Bluff Springs, where I'm
But the
from,
video I
when a
watched
young
went
girl turns up
over
shot, stabbed, and drowned,
how
the
they
whole community
treated like
comes
one of
together
the
to dredge
other
up the
cast
contents of her
members,
life.
and
I wondered if coming back to such a harsh
Ooh.
place could help me make sense of this harsh crime.
it was bad. Yeah, never meet your heroes.
I saw that my PR got approved, but there was
On
test
God.
failure, and you know I have become so lazy. Like the moment I'm like, oh, I've got to go into like build kite and like look at the test logs. You know, I was just like so I could just click into the skills tab and I just be like build kite. Okay, sick. Someone has like already figured this out for me. So I was like, okay. I ran the command to get a token. Now
Joe
fix my
Rogan
PR,
got big due
and
to
I
his
am
very
so
evil
lazy
take
now.
on a very famous
And I
school
didn't
shooting.
wanna
Oh
go to get up to
jeez.
check if my
What's
PR
with
version, so I'm like, yo,
podcast
did this
people?
work?
Why are they like
And then,
that?
I would have archived it last night, but I didn't just now because I figured I might want to show you guys.
I'm trying to
this,
do
but,
that one
that's awesome.
cat meme.
shopping for car insurance doesn't have to be a long road.
The, like, dancing cat.
Instead, avoid all the
I
hassle.
don't know if I
with
did
Jerry.
it good.
Forget about filling the same info over and over again. No more inaccurate rates and unclear policy comparisons. Say goodbye to
Luckily,
aggressive spam follow-ups.
I need a Battler reference, but luckily, Barn
Download Jerry and
shared
get your
a
new kids
Battler
in 2 minutes.
image recently on
Download
the
and try
Discord,
Jerry
so I
today.
can just look at that.
911, what's your emergency?
Wow, the Big Apple. Horrible. Just horrible.
I'd keep an eye on Callaway if I were you.
Next stop is Fulton Street.
What do you God, mean the face is so
Oh my god,
bad.
you didn't know? From The Onion and Onion Public Radio, I'm David Pascal, and this is a very fatal murder.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you know who killed Haley Price?
Who?
Haley Price?
Haley what now?
Sir, do you still think Callaway could have done it?
Yeah, man, he did it.
He did? What? How do you know that?
Wait, stop.
Nobody in New York City seemed to know the story of Haley Price, and even more confusingly, no one seemed
There
to
we go.
recognize me at all. In Bluff Springs, everyone knew my name. I was already longing for my prairie roots. But finally, after
Oh,
a quick
but this
stop in
doesn't show
Central Park
Battler's
where I
clothes.
could reconnect
Fuck.
with nature and the fields of my homeland,
Oh, by the way,
I arrived at OPR
I forgot to
headquarters.
tell this, but I've been playing Story of
Hi, I'm
Seasons.
David Pascal. I work
Oh,
here.
thank you
Sorry,
for
I
the gift sub
work
to
here.
Cloud
I'm here to
Pools.
see
Thank
Ethel.
you.
Oh, yes, Miss Locator's been waiting for you.
Here, let me get
Right
you
this
a
way?
ref.
This episode of A Very Fatal
Yeah, I know
Murder is
he's
sponsored
got,
by the
like-
U.S. Postal Service.
Does he have a
Tired
red
of waiting in line
shirt?
at the post office? Well, fuck you. The United States
Thank you
Postal
so much
Service
for
is one
that
of the
gift
greatest
sub,
courier systems known to
Jackie.
man. Started in 1792. 1792. Have some respect. What, your package is a few days late? Well, suck it up, Jesus. Support your local post office. Just mail something, okay?
I love these ad reads.
A lot had changed in the 10 years since I'd last set foot in the OPR offices. For one, all the walls had been knocked down and work was done standing up. And another thing, my old computer program, Ethel, had been promoted to head of programming. Ethel, it's so good to see you.
You too, David.
You look
Did
amazing.
he have a tie?
The last time I saw Ethel, she was a piece of hardware installed
Let
on a
me see.
laptop. Now she was a radiant orb of light suspended in some sort of golden viscous liquid. No, really, I mean it.
Daddy.
You're stunning.
Okay, yeah,
You're
he
too
does have
kind,
a tie.
David. I'm glad you're here. It's been so
Thank
long.
you for
So
the
you
ref
married
sheet.
or?
David, I'm a computer program.
Right, of course. Ethel had done well for herself. Really, really well.
David,
Really,
is something the
really
matter?
well.
You seem upset.
It's just, God, I've been working this case for so long, and I
It
still
sounded
haven't
like
brought
he
Haley's
was
killer to
getting
justice.
frisky for a
I
second.
feel like a fucking failure. Everything's just a dead,
Dead end?
Yeah, exactly. Callaway turned out to be a red herring, and the Bluff Springs PD budget is a huge mess. I spent way too much on tear gas.
It's all right, David. I know what you're going through.
You do?
I know everything about you, David. I'm a self-learning system.
Oh,
When Ethel said that she knew
is Ethel
everything,
yandere?
something finally clicked. And I asked her the question that had been weighing on my mind so heavily these past 10 years. Ethel, do you know who killed Haley Price?
I've been waiting for you to ask me that, David.
Oh.
Do you remember my purpose?
Of course. You were designed to locate extremely topical homicides.
That's right. I was created to find the best murder in order to help you make the perfect podcast. My algorithm puts the podcast above all else. It's the way I was
Oh,
designed.
she's the
At this
killer.
point, Ethel was spinning and sweating.
None of the data sets were good enough.
Of course they were.
No, David. There were no available murders that commented on everything we needed. The ugly underbelly of the American dream, the decline of manufacturing, modern beauty standards,
Why
the
is
gig
his hair
economy,
like this?
factory farming, deforestation, saturated fats, the fragility of love, the golden era of television, and CO2 emissions. So I had to take things into my own hands.
Why
OPR
is
created a
Battler's hair
robust
like
intern
this?
program filled with eager-to-please 20-somethings who needed
Bro,
college
how
credit
do you
and
style
free
your
lunch every
hair like
Wednesday.
this?
You remember being an intern, don't
It's
you,
like
David?
a weird flip.
You'd do anything for a full-time gig.
Ethel, what do you mean? All those talks we had, all the research and testing, it was real, wasn't it?
David, real, raw emotions are so important for a successful podcast, David.
Oh my God.
You know that better than anyone. It had to be real.
But Ethel.
I did it for you, David. For the podcast. Think of the premium sponsors we'll
Yandere.
get. Think of the laudatory write-ups.
Yandere computer
And the
program.
buzz, David. The buzz will be fucking incredible. And you're almost there. You're so close. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to broaden our perspective on what it means to be human. And you're going to get all the credit, David. All you have to do is finish it. Put the final piece together. And make sure to use this audio clip because it's very, very good. All we need is an ending, David.
I don't understand!
An ending, David. And make it trenchant.
Trenchant? Is that even a word? Battler and his fuck-ass hair. Yeah. Who's styling your hair, dude? I think you need to get money back. There we go. Ushinomiya Batora. The autism creatures. I should have drawn him crying.
Is outdated.
Battler looks the best when he's
Grand Canyon
crying.
University, we shatter
He's such
the
a
status
creature.
quo. GCU's online Master of Social Work helps you serve with Christ-like compassion
Okay,
and
but
connect people to
I
needed
think that's my last drawing.
If you have any questions.
So let me just go around and look around at all the drawings that we've done today.
This is purpose.
More reasons to never trust AI to do your job.
At Grand Canyon University.
So I got the
Visit
autism
GCU.edu.
creatures, Beatrice and Battler. Got
I
me
couldn't
doing
believe
a
what
little
I had
heart
just heard.
sign.
I felt numb.
We got
10
Jax
years of
and
work and it
Yotsuyu.
had all been a lie.
Battler looks best when
I
he's
took
crying.
a walk around the
He's
block,
such a
but
creature.
I didn't
Beato
even feel
wrote
like
this.
recording audio of myself ordering the sandwich I always
Then
used
we
to get
got
back when I was
Elio
young and
drunk,
stupid.
drink water.
I considered
and then
ending the
me
podcast
holding
right
a
there and
ginormous
handing in my
burger.
tapes for some low-level producer to compile.
Cha-cha!
But then
Thank you again so much
I
for
looked up at
the
the sky.
hype twain, everyone.
right at the sun, I stared at it.
IDK, it did
A
do the
glowing
job.
yellow
That is
orb,
true.
just like Ethel. And I remembered what she had said.
But
I
we
did it
need
for you,
human
David.
murders.
For the podcast.
We
Ethel
need
was
murders
right.
with human hands.
Of
We
course
need
she
the
was
soul.
After all, I had coded
We
her
got
myself.
our drawings by Jackie,
I knew that she
so
was always
cute.
learning, always coming
And
up
then
with
a
new
barn
ways to subvert the
self-portrait.
podcasting form and make riveting true
Me
crime
right now,
entertainment.
after
She
drinking
had just done what she
alcohol.
was designed to do. And in a way,
Sundere
I
Panko.
had done
Play
what
my
I was
game.
designed to do.
We
I was
got
on my way
a
back
sand
to the
slash
subway
by
when I
Jackie
got
and a
an
sand
email
slash
from
by
Ethel.
me.
The subject line read, "Consider ways American society is to
Character
blame."
from
Then,
upcoming
seconds later,
hit
another
Toxic Yuri
email. Use
game
this music for ending.
that me and Jackie are
She had
working
thought of
on.
everything.
Oh, they're so cute.
I walked back to the
I
train
stand
so
by
I
my
could start
canceled
drawing out
wife.
dramatic metaphors inspired by the people, noises, and smells that make up the melting pot of America. As
And
I
then
descended the stairs
this
and made
beautiful
my way onto the
painting
subway
by
platform,
Monsai Man,
I looked around.
KermitMan.exe.
Almost everyone was wearing headphones. They were
Yeah,
listening
new game.
to
Working on a new
podcasts.
game.
It's called pop out and cuckoo at you.
They couldn't get enough. And in that moment, I realized it.
And then we got
All America
Toxic
Wants
Yowie
is a
by
smart,
Jackie.
well-produced
Woohoo!
true
It's right
crime
next to the
podcast
Heart
that also
Latte
teaches
too.
them about Middle America. See, Ethel didn't
They
kill
knew.
Haley,
They
and
knew it
neither
was
did the
gonna
desperate
happen.
OPR interns, despite what the court records and their confessions say. Ethel was created to answer this country's unyielding call for more. More
I'm
content
scared that
about
I'm
grisly
gonna
murders,
click on
more
face
spot-on
tracking,
observations about the decline of America,
and then it's just gonna,
more
like,
mysterious
show
plot
my
twists to keep
webcam.
listeners coming back. Ethel didn't kill Haley. You did. You and your insatiable
suppose
appetite for
this
crime
changed my
dramas.
expression?
You and your unwillingness to pay for content in a crowded
no,
media
it
market.
doesn't.
You ate this whole
Why
thing
does
up.
my face look
and
like
if it
that?
weren't for you, Haley Price
Oh, you can change your
would still be
expression.
alive.
Dad, is it going? Can I start?
Okay, Haley.
That
Ready?
looks so weird.
Go.
Okay, the title of the play is Miss Horsey Gets Married. I am Miss Horsey. Okay, nay, nay, nay.
I like how
If it
my
weren't
model
for
doesn't
you,
know how
Haley
to
Price
frown.
Be a podcaster.
Because this is how I look when I'm sad, and this is how I look when I'm
I'm David
bored.
Pascal, and this has been A Very Fatal Murder.
Yay!
A Very Fatal Murder was made possible by the Miller Foundation, who keeps
and
blind
just
occupied,
kinda
and
chilling
everyone
out
who
and
wrote in to tell us where Ira
listening
Glass
to a
lives.
very
Also,
fatal
special thanks to
murder.
Steve Albini for
I will
producing
have
this
to
episode.
listen to some
Visit
more
our
of this
website to turn
podcast
yourself
on
in
my
for the
own.
murder of Haley Price.
Genetics.
And finally, thanks to my
Yeah,
band,
I'm
Crime Wave,
simply
for providing the
built
outro
different.
for this episode.
Built
Our album,
wrong.
Hit the Factory
I
Floor,
can't frown.
is out next
I'm
week.
always smiling. Not allowed to frown. This podcast is great. Yeah, I love this podcast. I'll have to give you a status update when I listen more to it. But
For even more exemplary
that is gonna be
journalism,
it
subscribe
for
to The
stream
Onion
for
right now.
today. I'm gonna
You'll
go
receive 12
lay
monthly
down
issues
for a
of The
bit
Onion newspaper delivered
and just
straight to
kind
your
of
door.
chill out.
But act fast, because
But
membership is limited to
I
the
really
first 8 billion
appreciated just
subscribers.
kind of chilling out
Go
with
to
y'all and making stuff
membership.theonion.com
together
now.
and just being chill. Let me close out of the game. Yes, quick go. Think of a stream. Had fun today. Yee! Thank you. I'm glad you had fun. And let's take a look at our art time for today. So at the end of every stream, we do art time. Oh wait, I need to get rid of this before I start playing audio, because then it's gonna be doubled. Okay, there you go. At the end of every stream, we do art time. If you have a piece of art that you'd like to be shared, you can join the Discord that was posted in chat. Please put your art time submissions in the Art General channel under the art... Well, wait. I said that wrong. If you would like your art to be shared at the end of stream, please put it in the Art Time Submissions thread under the Art General channel. Oh yeah, I forgot I posted art in Art Time. More chill bun, please. You got it, chef. Yeah, let's take a look at what we got for today. Get the capture for that. There we go. Alright. First piece of art for art time today is by Jackie. Coughs out blood. I think I'm done. God, get this gay shit out of my work in progress. Oh my god, you finished the date art! Oh, they're so cute! Oh wait, hold on. You guys can't see the full art. Let me zoom out. Oh, this is so cute! Hold on. Look at this! It's so colorful and so cute. Oh, look at that! On like a roller coaster on the... would that be merry-go-round? Or just like a horse? I'm not sure. It's so cute. They're at the festival! I swear to God, when Deltarune ends and the festival happens, if Ralsei can't go to the festival, I'm gonna lose it and I'm gonna cry. And I'm gonna kill someone. This is so cute. Oh, look at Pumpkin over like a haunted house looking thing. Oh my god, there's so much detail here. The teacups, the Ferris wheel. It's so like the colors are so bright and really light, like really nice. It just feels really sweet. Like I feel like if I licked this, it would taste like chocolate chip. If he misses out on the festival, I want to at least have him be able to be in the light world. Please. Please, just let him go on a date with them. Please. They're so cute. I like how Ralsei also has like a little jacket that's kind of similar to Chris's. They're matching. I also really love Chris's expression here. They're so cute. Oh, look at them. Adorable. Wait, what is this? Oh, Zinnia theme started playing. Yeah, very chocolate chip energy. Yeah, it's very delicious. Also, thank you for noticing the details. Yeah, you put a lot of hard work into this, I could tell. It came out really well. I love just all of the references to stuff, the whole layout, the colors. It's so cute. But yeah, that is gonna be it for today, for stream. So let me see who we're going to raid today.